Konba Konnatsu mina. This is Hane dayo. Well, let's get started. Anyone can be a VTuber, but VTubing is unfortunately hard. Thank you for watching the stream. Bye. No, I'm just kidding. Konba Konnatsu. Hello. Yeah. Welcome to episode 2 of Maneki Box. Today we'll be talking about VTubing and seeing if it's actually. We're gonna discuss how if VTubing is gonna be hard or not. Yeah. Yosh. So to the point, eh? Well, I thought there'd be part of a comedic effect to say, well, yes, thank you for watching. This is for 45 seconds. Now click subscribe. Something like that. But yeah. For starters, Hane looks different today. Hane is, well, different. This is Hane version 2, my model. So if you look at the channel and you're like, who's this crazy Nico? It's me. It's Hane, but different Hane. This model was made by natsu-chan dayo. Hi, Mina. Yep. So I'll try to keep it short today. So anyone can be a VTuber, no? So yeah, everyone can be a VTuber, but the problem, well, not really the problem, but the issue is that, well, VTubing is pretty hard for the indie level. Before I say anything more, I'm a dingus, so any advice that I give is probably from the point of view of a dingus. So, yeah, this is my experience as a indie VTuber. So yeah, howdy Hane and all. Howdy everyone. So yeah, VTubing is pretty difficult actually. Where do I start? It's basically the growth. It's more like the growth. The growth is hard. Actually, everyone from the Discord server kind of knows that I complain a lot. Well, not I, but well, me and Natsu tend to go like, wow, we are like not doing well, and I think that's also part of the problem because you know there's a constant pressure to become so and so and to become this big in like less than a month or like less than a week. So there's that numbers constant pressure, and there's actually a lot of pressures about it. From my point of view, is we have a lot of pressures. Most of it's number based, and the other is hitting trends and all that stuff, which is pretty hard. Yep. Well, for me, who knows for you in a year? Well, everyone knows me. I ranted in the past about this, but you know, times change. Natsu changed. I met a lot of new people that changed my perspective on some things about VTubing. I used to be very negative towards VTubing. I was like at first super happy, excited. You know, starting out as a VTuber was one of probably the best things that ever happened to me and Natsuha. We had let's see, I mean, I started VTubing around like a long time ago, but we'll just talk about 2020 VTubing. Yeah, 2020 and on VTubing, the past the past before that is yabe. It's too far. It's too far off already. So yeah. Let's see. You know, I don't rant a lot. So I don't rant a lot so much anymore about VTubing, but VTubing is pretty hard. Yeah. It's been 2 years since VTubing began, right? Since 2020, right? So a lot has happened since 2020, and a lot more VTubers out there have come and gone and have been to this long and arduous path to becoming a VTuber. So, is it hard? Yes. Is it fun? Well, kind of. It is fun, yeah. But it is anyone can join. Yep. Anyone can join. Anyone can be a VTuber. However, it's just very hard. Did I just repeat myself? Yabe. Yabe. I didn't come prepared. Yeah, natsu, like, did they not like come with? Okay, we didn't. Okay, natsu. Yep. I didn't come prepared. Honestly, I'm a dingus about this. Actually, I haven't streamed in a while because I was like trying to talk to other VTubers on the behind the scenes on what they think about this topic, and it's an ongoing topic, I think, in the VTubing side. There's the constant pressures of growth, hitting trends, and then there's a part where you want to have fun, but also gain a community. And I think for me, my community only began, I think I think it was like second or third hiatus. When I had some issues going on, that's when I discovered who my community was, and you know, I lost a lot of. It's actually what's it called? Mentally draining, I think, at least to say. At first, I started VTubing with high hopes, you know, because I'm not gonna lie. I came into VTubing. It's a hobby for me, but I was like, ooh, model moves, and it's fun. It's great, yes, but you know, I also came to the perception. I saw like HoloLive and all these corporate VTubers, and maybe some of the big indie VTubers, and I was like, wow, they're having so much fun, and like they're making bank, and you know, we have like all these different goals and aspirations of why we want to become a VTuber. So I'm just like, okay, I want to try it, you know, maybe this could be like a opportunity for me to meet new friends and possibly get rich. I'm a Maneki Neko. All we think about is gold. But anyway, I came into that thinking that I could. It's VTubing is super easy. All you have to do. I was just like, all you have to do is like network, and then like, you know, talk to people, and then stream, and then eventually like you'll be like super big, right? That's literally my initial perception of VTubing. I was just like, oh, it's really easy. And then after a few months, I began. Well, after a few months, Natsuha began, and Natsuha was like, this is actually really difficult, actually, because we had to relearn a lot of things. We had to relearn how to talk to people and like network. And if you're like really good at social media, that kind of works. I mean, IRL, I also have like good social media, but as a VTuber, it was just so much more different. So it was just like hard. Yeah. let's see. Hmm. Yo, my mind. my mind just went blank for a second. Yabe. 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 My mind went back to her second, but let me just see my notes real quick. Like, yeah. But VTubing in a sense as an indie is really hard, to be honest. You have to do a lot of things behind the scenes, and sometimes there's like sometimes there's like people that won't help you. You gotta just like, most of the time you have to learn how to depend on yourself and all that stuff. Yep. Yeah, I'm actually nervous about talking about this topic, honestly. It's been on my mind lately, and I'm not here to... This stream isn't really a rant. It's more of a, like... I always wanted to discuss this, because this is like an ongoing topic behind the scenes as a VTuber when I'm talking with my VTuber friends, and we're sharing our... yeah, but I can't speak English. Natsu has sealed me for too long, and I haven't like spoken in a while. Yeah, but so let's see. This has been an ongoing topic as a VTuber in behind the scenes. To be honest, I'm pretty transparent with my viewers, so I talk to you guys about this like whenever I get the chance. But between me and my VTuber friends and ongoing discussions, this has been like a ongoing topic, because as we share our ideas and learn more as VTubers, this is like a topic where growth comes in, and you're trying to reach more people by growing, right? So yeah. Did you do this rigging of version of Hane? Off topic, but let's see. Yes, I did rig this. Although this rig is still kind of iffy. I sort of what's it called? I sort of rushed this rig. I finished drawing this to like less than... Wait, when did I finish this? It's only been... Oh yeah, no, I finished drawing this like a day and a half ago, and then afterwards I like just rigged it as the fastest way possible. I'm pretty sure I skipped something because something is moving and it's not moving right from my point of view. But yeah, this Hane version 2 was drawn by me and rigged by me. Yes, although yeah. Yeah, so I probably rushed the rig a bit, and it's sort of kind of wonky. So I have to fix this later on, but I wanted to showcase at least one version updated model for a stream. Although Natsuha will come later because Natsuha is more complex than Hane. Yep. I think it's very good. Yeah, thank you. It's fine, but there's still some inconsistencies with this model. So yeah, no, it's actually really rushed out. There's some problem with the physics, I think. Wait. Yeah, there's some problem with the physics. It's still stiff. I have to make it like less stiff. But yeah. Going back onto the topic of Maneki Box, this is an ongoing discussion behind the scenes as a VTuber. When I'm talking with my friends and stuff, we're talking about our goals as a growth. Like, I have a friend that's like trying to reach 1,000, so you know, I just like, wow, that's great, that's really great, and all that stuff. And then we try to, you know, I don't envy them. I kind of just like try to share some ideas, how like I'm trying to learn. I'm also learning from them, like how to grow and what to do, how to improve my videos and all that stuff. And this is like an ongoing topic between me and my friend, and it's there's like a line where we have to like ask ourselves, like, what are we doing this for? Like, I know VTubing is fun, and you can meet a lot of new people and new friends and all that stuff. Maybe even make your own little community and have fun, right? Like, get that like golden VTuber experience, yes. But there comes to a point where you kind of just ask yourself, like, who am I doing this for, and who's my community, and what can I do to like to grow and have a better reach? And that's like the hardest topic to like talk about, because there's so much factors that affects VTuber growth. It could be this thumbnail of this video, it could be how I present this stream, because right now it's kind of scuffed, low-key. So low-key, this is scuffed. I actually came prepared before the stream. I practiced a lot, but now that it's live, I'm like freaking out in my head. I'm like, wow, everything I practiced in like a day is like whoosh, like disappear from my mind. So you know, I'm just gonna give it my best and all that. So yeah. What is Indie? Indie is an independent VTuber. So a VTuber that is not corporate or in a company. It's like independent. They are, what's the better term? They are not like they're not Hololive or Niji. They are on their own. Yeah, or they're a group. But yeah, they're like independent. That's the indie independent. I'm a dingus. I don't know how to like I don't know how to explain that. They're independent. Yeah. Dingus. Hey, no lewd stuff. Also my boy. Yeah, we're gonna Kong Nguyen. Yeah, Nguyen? I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to like to put you on timeout. Sorry, but we don't do this. This is not the proper time and stream to talk about all that naughty ikimen stuff. So let's see. Put the user in timeout. Yeah. So I'm actually gonna be a little bit more enforcing on the chats real quick. Sorry about that, Mina, because mane, I'm not. This is not a this is pretty much like not the proper time or stream to do all my ikemen stuff. If you want me to do that, hit me up on Twitch later. I'll be streaming something. Yeah. So technically episode 2 is my last stream, so yeah. But hit me up on Twitch later and we'll stream something. I main YouTube, but screw it. We have Twitch. We can use it. But back to the topic. Yabe. I'm going off topic a lot. Yabe. Is my model being wonky? Oh, why is my eyes drooping? Great. Right. Good evening, Jeff. Good evening. Welcome to Maneki Box. I came prepared, but now my mind is blank and I'm confused. What were we talking about? I honestly like forgot. After like enforcing the rules, I kind of forgot like what I was talking about. Someone refresh me. I'm kind of like so yeah, is VTubing hard? And well, wait, what? We already talked about that. I am so lost, yeah, but this is not going off well. Is it hard? Yeah, it's really hard actually. It's it's hard in a way that you know, there's a lot of pressures. Yeah, I talked about this just a few moments ago. Pressures about being a VTuber. You know, starting out, you're having fun. It's great. You know, maybe a few people come to your streams and it's fun. You're getting like the fun experience and all that. And then there comes a time where you hit a road bump, and then you start asking yourself, what am I doing this for? Who's my audience? And as hard as indie, but if you keep going, you can make it. Yes. So that's kind of true. That's actually pretty true also if you persevere. It's basically like not just as an indie VTuber, but as a content creator or someone who's starting out something, a new skill or a new trade or maybe a new whatever. But as an indie VTuber also, you can, you know, perseverance, like persevere, and you could like you can make it. But there comes a time where it's actually that sometimes perseverance and working your ass off behind the scenes and networking a lot and meeting like VTuber expectations and pressure and constant pressures takes a toll on you. It's actually, I don't know how to like say this because I've been struggling with it for almost 2 years now as an independent VTuber as well. I started VTubing basically to just have a hobby, just to escape how I'm getting old, so I might not resonate with the younger audience that much, but I'm honestly getting old. I won't say my age, but I'm getting old. So not old, but like I'm getting there. I'm starting to enter the gateway to old. I mean, it's just but a number, but but it's, you know, I'm starting to reach that point where I'm thinking about my future ahead of all this young adult stuff, and I wonder to myself, as a VTuber, what am I doing this for? And who am I? Who's my audience? And what is my content? And I keep like comparing myself to a bunch of independent VTubers or just VTubers as general. You know, I I doubt that. Well, I mean, my core audience, my newer core members, my my natsu nips that are now my core. You guys know how old I actually am, but I'm pretty open about it. But you know, I'm getting old, so yeah. Yeah, my core is like my like livelihood. Not like my livelihood, but like y'all keep me from giving up. So my core like Litju and Wraith, and there's more like Kivat, but I think the time zones are different, so we won't really get to see them today. I hope they see this stream though later on. So, you know, we have, you know, just less than like 3 people in the core group of Natsu Nips that you guys keep my head up and encourage us, me and Natsuha, to continue and all that stuff. But I struggle a lot as an independent VTuber. There's a lot of things actually going on behind the scenes other than whatever I say on like I'm pretty open to my viewers, so I tell them what the fuck's actually going on. So sorry to drop the F-bomb there, but I tell everyone, like my core and everyone else, that you know what's going on and all that stuff. So yeah. So like as an independent VTuber, it's really hard to become you know, you have to meet expectations, and sometimes you don't want to meet those expectations. Sometimes you just want to like do your thing. You want to do your own content. You want to just, you know, create your own niche and join a niche and like, you know, do something that you love. You don't want to be naughty VTuber. You don't want to be like this like memeified VTuber. Although memes are fun, I love memes, but you know, you want to do. Sometimes there's like these pressures, from my point of view, that that's just like a growing pain. It's like you just sit here, you do VTubing, you're having fun, but at the same time, you're trying so hard to grow that you're becoming someone that you don't want to be as a VTuber. It's like I'm like, okay, I'm a Maneki Neko. Like, I'm just a lucky cat. Well, I'm unlucky, but I'm an unlucky lucky cat. So, you know, I wanna spread happiness to others. Me and Natsuha want to spread. Actually, the whole premise of my VTuber project is to spread happiness to everyone, but I want like different kind of happiness. I don't want to be like with Natsuha. Natsuha doesn't want to be like a horny bitch. Okay, it's like she just wants to. She's like your happy onechan, and you know, all that stuff. And I'm just your gremlin. But today I'm not a gremlin, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I'm not a gremlin today. But yeah. So like, there's this like constant pressure though from behind the scenes that I talked about with a few VTubers and my few VTuber friends, and it's always just like we have to meet this society's pressures. Like, to reach 1,000, you have to like reach crazy amounts of like numbers in like less than a specified time frame, and then you have to try to meet the goals that people want to do. Like, you know, first it's numbers, then viewer expectations, because a lot of viewers, I rely on you guys. You know, you guys literally make up what a VTubing thing is really. So where do I want to say this? Like, sometimes there's viewers when I like stream that are like, do this and do that just to get a kick, you know, and a laugh and all that stuff. Like, I like having fun, but I'm not gonna do lewd shit. Like we're family friendly channel. We don't do that shit. I curse a lot, but that's fine. But we don't do none of that. So yeah, you know. But there comes a time when you don't meet those expectations or those social pressures of becoming a VTuber, like being a horn dog, or being like a horny neko, or you know, being this and that, or trying, or being like a HoloLive VTuber or something like that. You know, like try to become like, okay, like if you have a viewer that's like they want you to become like a corporate idol VTuber, right? So they want you to act the same way, and you can't deliver. You have this like, you feel like shit end of the day, knowing that you couldn't even like do that. You couldn't even like meet that expectation, and then you end up like going off streams like, ah, shit, I fucked up because I didn't do this, I didn't meet the expectation, I didn't become so and so for this few viewers, maybe one viewer, and you know, I'm just like, oh shit. You know, it feels like crap, you know. Yeah. So wait, ちょっと待って. Let me see the comments real quick. So why 3 of you have the same channel? What do you mean same channel? So Natsu. So if about the VTuber project. VTuber project is my individual project. Natsuha Neko is me, and my third is Natsumi. Please treat us differently. We're 2 different channels. So yeah. but I'm not corporate. I'm independent. Even if I have a project, it's the project is like just like my little tiny hobby. I love my project though. I love my siblings, Natsuha, Hane, and me, and Natsumi. Anyway, we're going back to the topic. It sounds sort of like a rant. I'm so sorry about this, but you know, growing as a VTuber feels really difficult. You kind of just like have to meet these pressures, and then at the end of the stream, you sort of just feel like shit because you couldn't meet those pressures, those expectations. I know numbers is just number. What's more important in a VTuber stream is not the numbers, but the people in your community, if you have 1 or 2 people, maybe 3 people. My core is like about 4 people, give and take. Like they like talk to me a lot on the Discord server. They talk to me a lot, they know me enough to the point where like, they're like willing to like be, they're like willing to support me in any way possible. Like even just talking to me makes me like happy, just having you guys just there. But yeah, anyway, like you have this core group of fans, and you got everybody else, and I would love to get to know everyone else, but everyone else has a different expectation they want you to meet. Most of you guys came here, thinking that I would do a talking stream and Gremlin Hane would like do some ikemen naughty shit, but this is Maneki Box. This is it. Or some of you guys came to my streams because I do a lot of Kerbal and driving games and all that stuff. But today it's just a talking stream. So there's everybody else. I love you guys. Don't worry, I love you guys. But it's just like I have to meet some expectations with viewers, and I don't like meeting some of those expectations, honestly. I just want to work hard and like do what I want to do. Like I want to be the VTuber I dreamt of to be. Like not really dream, but like I became, I like focus on my stuff, so I wanna do what I wanted to do and all that stuff. And when you don't meet those expectations people put on you, end of the day, you kind of feel like shit. And then after you feel like shit, you start comparing yourself to other people, and you see like VTubers, like the numbers thing. Yeah, we're going back to the numbers. I hate the numbers, but unfortunately, numbers run this the main thing with the VTubing side. You go on Twitter and you go on Reddit or like whatever platform you use it, and you're like already like trying your best to like reach a certain amount of subs, whatever goal it is. I don't really care about the numbers anymore. It'd be great if we have 1,000 or 10,000 or something like that, but 450, that's I didn't even think I would reach 450. Like, so I would. I didn't. It's like all that, right? Yeah. So like you would go on your whatever platform, right? And then you just see numbers are like so and so reached 1 million subs in 1 month, or so and so reached 100k in like 2 weeks or like 4 days, and you're just like there, you're a small VTuber. I'm a small VTuber. Everyone hopefully that's watching is a small VTuber, and I'm just like here like, oh shit, like, well, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong? Why am I such shit? And why do I feel like crap? And all that stuff. You start self-doubting yourself because you see like what's around you. You start comparing yourself to like others, and and it's hard for me to say this because I do this. I'm quite literally, very, very guilty of this. Like, I do this this has become for me as a really bad habit, and I really hope the VTubers starting out and the VTubers watching this right now, please don't compare yourself to others. You know, you're doing whatever it is that you're doing. You're creating content and you're doing your best to become whatever it is you want to be, or you want to do your hobby, or you know, you dream to become like super idol, or you know, whatever niche or whatever thing you want to be as a VTuber. You know, you want to do it. You're working your ass off, and sometimes it hurts to see that, you know, when you look at those numbers end of the day and you wonder, what am I doing wrong, and what am I you know, what is it that I'm doing wrong that won't, you know, that won't help me grow and all that stuff. Like, please don't compare yourself with others. Like, for me, it's a bad habit. I realized this more and more. It became more and more apparent when I started talking to the VTubers that, and like, not just VTubers, but the people, you know, the people that I got to know more as a VTuber. Yeah. So, when you're VTubing, you start to like meet all types of VTubers. You get like the good people, you get the bad people. You know, that's just like life in general. I've met a lot of bad people on the VTubing side, so I got definitely screwed over a lot. But I can hear myself. What the hell? But let's see. You get to meet all types of people, you know. And behind the VTubing side, it's just people, really. You know, it's throughout the 2 years I've become as a VTuber, I've met a lot of bad ones, but also met a few good ones, and those few good ones kind of opened my eyes a bit to this world, this VTubing world, and they kind of just like taught me like what's it called? A better perspective, I think. Not like a better perspective, but like a different perspective of VTubing. I was able to learn a few things from them, and one thing I've learned is like, you know, there's always gonna be a lot of people better than you. I mean, that's just like not just VTubing, but like life in general. But you know, if you're improving little by little every day, every hour, like you put your work into it, you know, eventually things will come to pass and stuff. Yeah. I'm repeating myself a lot. I'm sorry. I am not really prepared to talk about I was prepared earlier, but I lost my preparation when I went live. I have notes here on my phone. Like, I jotted down some notes on my phone about this stuff, and I also have some previous conversations I remember from my friends and all that. But I don't, even now as a lot on live in Maneki Box, I don't know how to say this in a way that doesn't sound like ranting, because, you know, even now I struggle as a VTuber. So, you know, I hope that you know, even through this like jumbled mess of words I'm saying on the stream right now, that someone's watching out there and you're probably feeling like crap also, because you want to be like a good VTuber. You're probably been doing this longer than me. Like, I know there's some people out there that's been a VTuber like like maybe 2015, maybe 2016, 2017, like really, really far back, you know. I totally get that. I was a VTuber 2018, so but I gave up because just like now, if just like now, I felt like shit because nothing was going well. So yeah. YouTube decided not to send notifications. Konba Konnatsu mina. Konba. Hello, it's hane da yo. Natsu is gone. Natsu is in the... Natsu is in solitary. Is combat. You can find Natsu in solitary. Anyway, like, I know there's a lot of VTubers out here, just new independents and old independents, just like working their ass off. And I'm probably not in a position to say anything about how hard VTubing is because, you know, everyone has their own different way, different path on how they became a VTuber. And it's actually just difficult because, you know, there's a lot of like, you know, the stuff we do behind the scenes, like networking, making art, or like, you know, like for me it's the live 2D thing. I just recently learned live 2D, so I'm trying my best to like draw and rig my newer models like this one. It's not the best yet. Still stiff, but like, you know, for me, I just recently learned this and I'm trying my best to, well, whatever it is I'm doing, I'm trying my best to be what it is. You know, it's not the best yet. I mean, I look at, like, for live 2D, let's say I go on Twitter or something and I see like, you know how like Twitter recommends you all this stuff, right? And I'm here like, I'm learning how to rig. And then I see like the current advancements in live 2D and I'm like, oh damn, I suck, you know? But yeah. But yeah, it kind of sucks, you know, you kind of work hard. But you keep working hard and sometimes you work smart and hard and nothing happens, and you could say it all goes down to luck, but part of it's not just luck. I think it's just strategy and the will of the people or the will of your supporters. You know, I have a lot of subscribers, but I have a really small core. Like my community is super small. Like, I talk about my Discord server a lot because that's where most people gets to know me. Like us, Natsuha and Hane. Because, you know, that's where I'm pretty open about like all my VTuber shenanigans. So there's like 20 people there. Right? There's like 20 people. Excluding the VTubers in there, but there's like 20 people in there. That's really small, but you know, my core is like 3-4 people. I called them my core because, well, they've been there, you know, they always talk to me. So, although I don't want to have a weird, I don't want to like say me and Natsuha, me and Hane and Natsuha, like, we don't want to be like, we're your friends, right? We're like, I'm your streamer, but we're like your friend. Yeah, that's it. Like, you guys are like my friends. You know, my viewers, my core, you guys are my friends. You know, well, I treat you guys as my friends. Although you guys are my viewers, and well, yeah. But since I'm kind of pretty much open about what's going on and stuff, it's you know, it's pretty much just that. But yeah, you guys are like my friends, but all that stuff. Yeah, you should stream the drawing and rigging. Oh, the drawing. Yeah, we're not doing that. I used to have, for streaming, let's say for drawing and stuff, I used to have a like drawing pen, but my drawing pen broke because Natsuha's dumbass. Natsuha was sleeping and then she decided to crush the pen. Like the pen rolled off the bed. Cause like sometimes I'm dumb. Me and Natsu are kind of dumb. We just take the wire and just like drag it over to the bed, and we're just like, we're gonna draw on the bed because we're lazy. We're lazy like that. So one day Natsu had knocked out and she dropped the pen on the floor, and she woke up, jumped out of bed, and crack, the pen broke. So how I actually draw the current models is by mouse. I just use a mouse to draw. Click, 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 click. It's actually a really long and annoying process because I'm here like click, 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 and I was just like, yeah, bit. But that's how I draw. I just draw with the mouse. But the rigging, I don't mind showing it. Yeah, I could stream something like that. You know, there's like plenty of things I want to do as a streamer and as a VTuber, but there's also a lot of things I have to meet, because when I watch art streams, like I'm sorry for comparing myself like a lot, but as an indie VTuber or just as a content creator, I don't have a lot of skills. I am a talentless Neko. Like I have zero talent. Basically all the things I've done is just through like sheer will and practice. Like half of it is just, I don't even like post on Twitter what my activities are. You can probably just see them all on Discord at this point, like what I do. I never post on Twitter or anywhere. I just like go on my Discord. I'm like, hey, I'm driving a car. Hey guys, I'm doing this. Well, yeah, all that stuff, you know. But most of it's just behind the scenes. Like I put my ass off. I probably don't market well. I suck at marketing. But yeah, like VTubing, it's pretty hard. Yeah, it's, you know, this is my experience as independent VTuber. Can I just say indie VTuber? It's so hard to say independent. Like my English is actually super limited right now. Yes, let me just take a drink real quick. Right. But yeah, there's plenty of like topics I want to do as a streamer. But getting back on with my experience as an as an indie VTuber. So as an indie VTuber, it's like I talked about the pressures and constant pressures, but if I want to go in depth about you know what I'm drinking? I'm drinking Fanta right now. So I'm here like, I'm just like, tastes funny. And then I realized there's an ant in there. Like, an ant crawled in my cup. And I was like, no wonder it tastes funny. But, yeah, so... facial expression, that was funny, right? But, you know, my experience as an independent VTuber is sort of a negative experience. It was positive at first, and it's negative, but then it's positive again because I learned from my mistakes and I've improved. Sure, along the way, I did lose a bunch of followers, and I lost a lot of people because I did change from my initial days as a VTuber. As you know, as I grow, and meet new people, you know, just like life, your perspectives change. And honestly, on my end, it's like I worked my ass off. not a lot of people see it. Only like a few people actually acknowledge it or see it, and sometimes I feel deflated because all this work that I'm doing and it's not really paying off. Like, as in paying off, I mean like it's not like I post something like this and it's like nobody gives a shit. You know, it's similar to my Twitter feed. Basically, when I post something positive, the reaction is a bit slower and nobody gives a shit. But if I say that, you know, I go on Twitter and I feel like shit, I feel sad, like the response is like quick. And I'm just like thinking to myself, like, I'm doing my best to stay as positive as possible, but nobody gives a shit. But when I feel like shit, it's just like the reactions are instant, and I'm just like, it kind of reminds me of my VTubing part, because when I'm being positive in a stream, as much as I want to be, or I can be positive, not much people acknowledge it, or, you know, try to, you know, see how desperate I am to try and become a good VTuber. But when I feel like shit, you know, people give me a pity sub or a pity whatchamacallit, like you get this like a pity, you get a pity thing, and I'm just like, sure, it's great, I got a sub, yay, but I'm just like, it feels so empty, because, you know, like, you know, the action is I'm not being positive, I feel like shit, and I'm just gonna get this. And after the pity sub or pity follow or whatever pity that they give you, you know, it's like it feels empty because you don't see them in your community or try to be part of your community, and I feel like yeah, I got numbers, but there's what's the point of numbers when you don't have a community to have to express yourself with? Like, you can't yeah, so as an indie VTuber, like, the main pressure, I think, is, for me, in my opinion, is basically the numbers and then everything else. Because from my point of view, from 2020 and on, like 2022, 2021, 2022, and maybe the future, numbers is like the generalized topic, you know. Every VTuber achievement since 2020 has nothing but been numbers, you know. What the media or headlines get when I go online. I live under a rock, but when I go online and I look at just random like posts, it's always about like numbers. And guaranteed, I just did like a 450 sub stream a while back, but that's me just trying my best to try enough. I made a meme back then, and it's long overdue. But anyway, but that was me trying to meet a promise that I made to my viewers and such. So there's that. But there's just been numbers constantly. As indie VTuber, that's what you saw. Numbers, you know, that's what I saw. That's just a shit ton of numbers. And I'm just like, wow, I feel like shit. What's the point of numbers when it's empty, right? It's empty feeling. Yep. More karaoke. Yabe! Maybe next time, if by some miraculous thought, we reach a miraculous number. An arbitrary number. The numbers are just, for me, the numbers are just like mainly like to reach perks on YouTube. I can't. Like, I wish I've been pushing everything on my Discord channel lately, but that's because YouTube won't give me the damn community tab, and I really want to use the community tab. I think I'll get more reach with my subscribers that don't have a Discord, or just don't want to join my Discord because they've already joined like 100 plus servers or something, you know. Probably too much servers at this point. I wouldn't know. I used to. I only like follow like my server and like 2 other servers. Why need a reason to do karaoke? I actually don't need a reason to do karaoke. However, I don't sing a lot. Like, I don't sing a lot. I don't know how to sing. Like, actually, if you watch my karaoke stream, I actually don't know how to sing. I actually, like, I've been trying to practice singing since I was younger, but I just don't have the affinity for it. What I'm good at, actually, is playing some instruments, but even that, I don't know. I'm out of practice for, it's been 10 years now. So I don't know. Me and Natsu used to play a bunch of instruments, but you don't have that anymore. So, yeah. You know, but you know, that being said, like, I know most of it was just rants. But I know most of it was just me ranting. Probably, I'm not sure, but and me being lost in words. But to answer like this, don't, as an indie VTuber, don't compare yourself to others. Don't compare yourself to numbers. If there's a pressure, social pressure that is being forced on you, don't give in to it. You know, like, play smart. You honestly don't need to fit. If you don't want to be part of that role because, you know, it's not you, then don't do it. I really don't. Me and Natsuha don't really like want to fit the idol model. Like, we're not idols. We're just 2 cats, maybe a tanuki. 2 cats and 1 tanuki, just having, you know, spending our days here in the human world and trying to learn the happiness, because in our life we've lost a lot, and it seems that VTubing is the only thing that's happiness to us, and we like to share that with everyone. But if you're a VTuber watching this, I'm sorry if I did a terrible job about talking. Is VTubing hard? For me, it's also really hard. Just talking about this topic, behind the scenes, I don't mind talking about it. But when I'm talking about live, my mind sort of just goes blank. Because I don't know how to, like, say this. Like if it was a 45-second video, the answer would be yes. But if I were to, like, talk about it in depth, I'm sorry for using most of my personal examples, but my VTuber experience is like a bumpy ass road. Of course, I've never reached big numbers, or I've never reached anything huge in my entire VTubing. I wouldn't call this a career, but my VTuber journey, I haven't reached anything, you know. I'm still a small VTuber. I'm still struggling, and I'm here struggling to even say, is VTubing hard? I don't want to shy you guys away from VTubing. If you're new or aspiring to become a VTuber, you know, don't aspire, just like do it. But like don't be like, I don't want to scare you guys from VTubing. VTubing is fun, you know, but there's a lot of things that goes in the background to make sure VTubing is fun, you know. There's a lot of things that some VTubers aren't very open to share about, you know, their experiences and whatnot. I've been pretty open about my experiences, but that's honestly because I don't mind hiding my VTuber experience with these people. But I don't want to shy you guys away from VTubing if you want to do this. VTubing is fun. It's really fun. You get to meet new people and you get to, you know, try new things, new technologies and all that. And that's like, so it's like really rewarding when you learn these new sets of skills and meet all sorts of cool VTubers or cool people. But there comes a time when you get, you know, you get to a point where whatever it is that you're doing, it hits a roadblock. And when that roadblock hits, you start doubting yourself, and then you start throwing yourself in a corner. And the things that used to be fun are now just slowly and surely getting worse, getting shittier. The experiences is going downhill and all that. And my advice, like my dingus advice, because you're talking to a dingus Neko who hasn't who comes unprepared in her own stream, because she also he also struggles to talk about you know, there's no one way answer to say VTubing easy, you know, like there's no one answer to say about VTubing. It's not easy, it's not hard, it's not complex. It just depends on the path that you've taken. For my path, you know, I didn't come with a plan. You know, some VTubers that start out probably start with the plan. They have it all planned out, models, you know, all that, like advertising, marketing, like that whole shit's going on. It's gonna happen, right? Shit's gonna get down. But if you're a VTuber that like me, who has like we're just all started, just wanted to do it to have fun and do it on a whim, you know, just see where this takes me, then, you know, I came unprepared, so it becomes difficult as you go, and as it snowballs into something bigger than you imagined it would be bigger, it starts eating you away, basically. It starts to eat away your mental or physical health in a way. For me, mentally. The physical is like I don't sleep anymore, but mentally you start to self-doubt, and then you start to like compare yourself to others, and you know, what was once happy is no longer happy, you know. And I'm sorry this Maneki Box is taking such a long time. I was preparing it to be 40 to 50 minutes long. However, I got side distracted, and I really, you know, I really feel bad. But my takeaway here is VTubing hard as an indie? There's no real answer, but yes, it's hard, you know. There's no real answer, but in my honest opinion, yes, it's hard because there's plenty of factors why this affects you. I wish I had like another VTuber that would like hit me up on Discord so we can talk about it. However, I tried in the background. Prior to this stream, I tried messaging a few VTubers about Maneki Box, you know, if they want to talk about this this topic live with with everyone, and you know, just like my disappointments, nothing. They pretty much declined, and I kind of understand why. This is like a topic nobody wants to talk about, because when you search "is VTubing hard" on YouTube, what you get is like the search results shows you corporate VTubers and how to be a VTuber, but I don't think they cut those. I'm not gonna try and discredit it, but like some videos, yeah, there's like plenty of how-to videos on how to be a VTuber, but they don't go in depth about like the experience, like the full experience of VTubing. Like you've got the how to be one, like your model, etc., and all that stuff. You know, all the goody, flashy stuff, like the nice stuff. But it doesn't. It's just like it's like going to school. You learn all this stuff, but then once you get out, it doesn't prepare you for the real shit. And when the real shit happens, you don't know what you're gonna do. Whatever you do has a consequence, and whatever happens, it happens. And you know, your performance at first might be crap, and then later on, you improve. You meet new people, and then you meet new perspectives, and you learn a few things here and there, and then you realize that, you know, every step you take has a result. If I just had known now, if I had the knowledge I had as a VTuber now, back when I really started, like way back when, or just maybe 2020 as Natsu Haneko, if I had the experiences I had now, maybe I wouldn't be here struggling. I would probably have a chance to taste whatever this magical experience people talk about, VTuber fame, right? Maybe if I had my current experience, I wouldn't be in this position. But I learned that the hard way, and I had to pretty much work my ass off just to learn whatever it is I learned now as an indie VTuber. And sorry it's a long stream, but my take on it is this is gonna be an ongoing topic, so maybe next Maneki Box, hopefully someone I know can join and we can discuss this. Cause me doing this alone is kind of hard. It's, you know, half of the things I've said in this jumbled mess, half of it just came from the heart, and I don't really have anything else to, like, I know what to say and I can elaborate on it, but it's just a hard topic to discuss when you're talking to yourself and then the viewers. You know, I'm by myself in my room talking to the screen, staring at my model, and like trying to think of like the best way to address it, because, you know, just like newer VTubers or current VTubers struggling out there, I'm also struggling to deliver the content that my viewers are like, you know, are something that'll get the algorithm to pick me up or something like that, right? And sometimes I try so hard that my mind goes blank when I go on stream. But if you're watching this, I'm sorry about the jumbled mess that I've talked about. And my take is you're doing your best. Anyone can be a VTuber, but but the issue is like what happens afterwards. So after the snowball effect, you get, you know, it just when the issue arises, the fact that you wanna grow more and you wanna experience more, but you're stuck. You're in a roadblock. You're like me, who's been doing this for 2 years, and we're stuck at like 400, and you're just sitting here. As I talk to my friends about it, my friends are, I hate comparing myself to others, but sometimes I compare myself to my friends, my VTuber friends. We talk about this, but you know, my VTuber friends, my close ones, my close VTuber friends, not the, yeah, but anyway, my close VTuber friends, they're well on their way to VTuber fame, right? So it's kind of hard. It's kind of like mentally consuming for me as I talk to them like about it. They're really open. They don't care about numbers. You know, numbers. They don't really care about numbers that much. You know, it's good that they're rising, but you sit there as you talk to them. You're like, imagine you're in a big table with your friends, and they're all like famous for whatever niche that they're doing as a VTuber, and you're just there like, yeah, I'm like still small. Hey, I'm a small VTuber. Huh? Hello, hi. Yeah, I'm just really small. Yeah. You feel kind of awkward because you're talking to people that are like, you know, they're your friends obviously, but they're pros in their own right. They're pros, and you're just there like, they have such great ideas, and they have such you know, overwhelming community support that, you know, you wonder in your own VTuber community, in your own VTuber audience, etc., what we're doing wrong, because, you know, as a VTuber, it's a community effort. You know, it's not just a VTuber streaming and having like fun, you know, but it's also the people in your community. You know, it's the core viewers, it's everyone who's subbed to the channel, and everybody else that's willing to support you, right? And that's what's hard about being an indie, because not everyone who's subbed to you, not everybody you're friends with in the VTuber sphere is like actually willing to support you. You know, there's some that support you, of course. You can see it, like you have that 1 or 3 viewers that share your content and like do their best to like give you some you know, it's like just share your stuff and all that. And then there's like the few, like 200 or so, or maybe 100, or maybe if you're like starting out, there's like 5, you have like 10 subscribers and 5 are doing their best and the other 5 are just bystanding, and you're just like, and you wonder to yourself, I feel like shit every stream, right? I have to meet these constant pressures and all that, but then you fail to realize that sometimes it's a community thing, and it's not, I'm not saying you don't that, you know, you're watching this and you're not subscribed to me or anyone, and you're probably subscribed to your favorite VTuber right now, and this is a question, this is like something to say for everyone, not just the viewer, but also VTubers that support other VTubers or content creators. Like it's a community effort. That's what indie VTubing is, in my opinion. It's a community effort, where when your VTuber or your favorite content creator isn't doing their best and they're trying hard to share this like feeling with the community, and only a few people do it, you know, like actually try hard enough to like support or share your stuff. Am I gonna feel like crap after stream? I'm actually not. After the stream, I'm gonna stream again, but I'm sorry for ranting. But this is not a rant. This is my takeaway at the end. VTubing, indie VTubing is community thing, so you don't owe us anything, but if you want to support if you want to support your indie VTubers, like give it your Nico. Yeah, so sorry about that. I think, you don't owe the streamer anything, honestly, but I think as an indie VTuber, you sort of just like, it's a community effort, of course, really, because without your community or without your small group of people that are also working there on the sidelines, then they won't be like, your VTuber won't grow, really, right? So, you have a huge number, you have like a giant number count, like you have thousands or maybe like hundreds of subscribers or followers or Twitter followers, but that doesn't necessarily translate to like 1,000 supporters, like with YouTube, my main, I have 450 subscribers, right? But not all 450 people are like giving their shot at at supporting the VTuber, right? Or the content creator. They're not, I'm not trying to say anything like pinning the thing on us versus them and all that stuff. Like, I'm not pinning anything on the viewers, but like my take is, it's the community pretty much is the backbone of the small indie VTuber. So when like half the community that likes the streamer or the VTuber doesn't support them, and then they wonder why the streamer feels like shit afterwards. But then like the VTuber also understands that not everyone can share or support the streamer in any way possible. But like just like talk to your friends. Hey, I watched this VTuber. Slap the phone in their face. Just like slap it on their face. Like that's already like that's already bonus points for sharing. Like, here, they're fast. Here's the phone. Watch this VTuber, right? You're already technically sharing the VTuber and stuff. What does Maneki stand for? Maneki Neko. Beckoning cat. Invitation box. Tayo. Oh, it's like a welcome box. I don't know. Beckoning? Maneki Neko is like beckoning, right? Beckoning cat. So, I guess you can call it the beckoning box. But yeah, yeah, so most of it was like half rants and half not. And I didn't mean to rant, but like it's not really technically, yes, it's a cat invitation. I wish there was people here, but anyway, I really apologize, but most of my VTuber experiences is kind of like example, is kind of like an example, and my take on it is really bad and VTubing is hard, but please don't be scared of VTubing. Really, it's hard. Just like anything in life, it's hard. It's a challenge, and it's not easy. It's not, there are times when you hit the roadblock. After you hit, like, you're having fun, and then eventually, once you get fun, and then you start realizing all your friends around you are getting more famous than you, then you start to feel like shit. That's when you start to feel like shit, because, you have VTuber friends that eventually become really big. They worked their asses off too. Some got lucky. They got really big, and you're just there. And then they changed their attitudes towards you. I actually had some of that happen. I had a experience where, I won't say the VTuber, but this VTuber like reached an insane amount of numbers, like thousands, right? So this VTuber hit 1,000, like maybe 1,500 at the time. And after they reached their fame, they changed their attitude towards me and Natsu. So they kind of just threw us away, right? They just threw us off the side, like, bye bitch, I'm famous now, right? So like that happened one time. I won't say I never shared it with anyone because, well, there's no point, because yeah. So sometimes you get those types of bad experiences, and sometimes you get good experiences where you meet like, I'm a Maneki Neko. I don't like foxes, or like, I look like a fox but I'm a cat. But anyway, I met this like fox, and this fox was like changed my perspective on a lot of things. And this fox was like is now like a good friend of Natsuha. So thanks to that fox, I know what most of the things that I've experienced that are bad kind of changed for the good. But yeah. This stream is taking so long. I'm so sorry, Mina. I'm not ranting. I actually want to talk about this. If any VTuber out there wants to hit me up about this topic, please hit me up. I really wanna. I just don't. It kind of feels weird because I'm talking from one side. I'm just basing half of this stuff from discussions, and I'm basing this discussion based on my own perspective and the discussions I had behind the scenes with VTubers I know. So like, it kind of feels awkward when I talk about this topic right now. I wish I had another VTuber join in and talk with Natsuha or Hane about this topic. I think we would get like a better answer to our "is VTubing hard?" question. In my opinion, it's hard work. It's not a lot of luck. It's just a shit ton of hard work and a shit ton of community hard work. It's, you have the community like helping your ass out. So there's that. Anyway, there's a comment. Let me read it. Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of like that experience. I really don't want to compare myself to my friends, my VTuber friends that are becoming more and more famous or are getting lucky, because most of the VTuber friends I've made, the newer friends I've made, that there's a lot of friends I've made in the past, but they've gotten so big that the fame is just consume them, so we don't talk anymore. But the new friends I've made in this VTubing thing, thanks to them, they're huge. They're bigger than me. They're probably 1,000 by now. Maybe 2,000, who knows? Like, a lot of them are like super big right now. I try not to compare myself to them. What I end up doing is comparing myself to like corporate VTubers, because like they're so far away that I can start fantasizing about dumb shit. But like, I feel bad, I feel like crap when I do that. So the friends I've made though don't care about numbers, which is good. Don't obsess about numbers. Numbers gets you perks, probably. YouTube, community tab. I'm not trying to say anything. But yeah, there's like... Oh wait, so if you don't mind, well, that's... Share this with the VTubers that would like to talk to Maneki Box. Actually, technically this is my last stream, because I'll be going on a 3-month hiatus. So I think we'll continue this topic later on when I return from my hiatus, but it kind of feels weird that I'm talking about this because it's my perspective. It kind of feels one-sided in my opinion. Like, I actually have I have some interesting topics I want to share, but I need someone to yes, thank you. I will have a nice vacation hiatus thing. But like, it's hard to talk about this topic. Like, yeah, there's a hiatus, guys. This is technically my last stream, but hit me up later, 12 a.m. I'll be on Discord. Sometime between 12 a.m. Not Discord. I've revived my dead Twitch account. I main YouTube. I just want to try Twitch again. But anyway, like, it's kind of hard talking about this topic when you're by yourself. Right now I'm sitting in a screen. I'm essentially... The mic is on my face, because why am I talking like straight into the mic? I don't know why. I hope the audio quality is not crap, but the mic's in my face. I'm staring at my model and looking at the comments, and yeah, it kind of feels awkward that I'm talking about is VTubing hard, because I've talked to this with my VTuber friends in the background, my DMs and all that stuff, and we have some pretty good points that I didn't share in this video, in this stream. I wish next time we can have some of my friends out here, and maybe some other VTubers that would like to share their VTuber experiences and growth pains and all that. Because, this is going to be an ongoing topic moving forward, not just as a small VTuber, but, by doing this, really though, I want to help the smaller VTubers and stuff. I'm really bad at helping people, but I actually want to help you guys. Like, I'm small VTuber. I've been there. I've felt the crappy feelings. Like, I want to like get better too, but you don't have to claw your way up to become a good VTuber. You don't have to be toxic or claw your way up or step on people to realize your VTuber dream. You know, you can do whatever you want. It's just that once you hit that roadblock, those methods that you previously didn't want to do, you kind of feel like you might have to do them to become a VTuber. And personally, I don't recommend it because, you know, don't be toxic. I try not to be, but I'm toxic to myself. I self-depreciate myself every day. I beat myself up for a lot of things. So, don't be scared of VTubing. Anyone can be a VTuber, but the problem will always be the stuff that will affect your growth and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure the stream will affect my growth if someone's listening to this, my current talk. Yeah. I'm only doing this because, you know, I want to help the smaller VTubers out there. I feel the pain. I feel it all. I'm trying to look for happiness. I hope by suffering a bit I can be your happiness. I mean, this is the life of Maneki Neko, so Maneki Nekos must suffer to become happy. The happiness of others makes me feel happier, knowing that I can help others and all that stuff. It's not recommending. Do you want a last-minute guest? Bet! Let's go! Let's get a last-minute guest. Please help me out. Actually, I really want to get a different perspective, honestly, because it kind of feels awkward when I'm talking by myself. It's... my mind goes... my mind goes somewhere else. I bet I'll hit you up. Wait. Recommending, I feel like... So. Something like that. Though I didn't prepare anything. 大丈夫。これは... Okay. 大丈夫だよ. Wait, let me just call you. Wait. Oh, the Fuji tech. Wait. Let me just mute my mic. Is my mic still on? Yeah, but... Oh well. Yeah, I know the Fuji tech. Yeah. Let me just do that. Yeah. Right, so let's see. How do I do this? Right, so I'll call you Nico. Hold up. Is it like browser source? Okay, add source. New source. Guest. Add source. Oh, okay, but... And then... Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, but... Let me just call you.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Wait, I forgot. I forgot to wait, you're not showing up on stream. Yeah, it's the mic's not. Let me just mute the mic real quick.
Be a little loud on your thing. You'll probably have to adjust the volume. Check your desktop audio and see how loud I am. Or you can just adjust it in Discord if I'm too loud. So. Okay, nice. Are you sure you muted the stream? Let me see. No, you didn't mute the stream. I can hear myself on the stream. That should be fine.
Yosha, we have a guest. My mind went.
Hello, I am a guest. Hi, I'm a guest.
Yeah, this is a fox. My special fox.
I am a fox. Hello. Please don't turn my tails into various kinds of clothing or accessories.
Actually, I will. We need more fox skin anyway.
Yeah, bye. That doesn't grow back that fast, you know. Yeah.
Well, I need more tails, so. Yeah.
I'm not a 9-tailed fox. I only have one. Leave my tails out of this. Yeah.
Yo, I can be a 3-tailed fox then.
Kawaii. Anyways, nice to meet you all. I am Nico. Hi. I am a last-minute guest.
Welcome, Nico, to our super scuffed last-minute Maneki Box.
Yeah, when I heard that, like, this is your last stream before hiatus, I was like, well, might as well YOLO. Maybe.
Yeah.
I was just taking care of some things earlier, but I just finished.
So yeah, you probably heard. I'm pretty sure you probably heard what I was talking about earlier.
I was talking about just like chilling.
Yeah.
It was very actually, yeah, I thought you can edit out all the parts that like are irrelevant, but like basically, yeah, I thought it was a very entertaining, like not just entertaining, but I enjoyed listening to it as like a podcast. So I was just like chilling while doing some work. But yeah, feel free to ask anything. I didn't prepare anything, so I have
don't worry,
nothing really to say per se. But
don't worry, my mind went blank like at the very start of the stream. So like in your opinion though, like this is kind of hard asking questions, but like I think we've talked about this in our private discussions about growth, and there's like many factors why growth doesn't happen. So
oh, absolutely, yeah. Well, I mean, if the question is like how to grow as an indie VTuber or why some people grow faster than others, like there's different approaches to the question.
yeah, there's actually that's kind of true, really. I wish I could have gone in depth about it, but it's because of like if it's like why are people growing faster than others, it's I think in my opinion it's probably because of the community stuff. So
I mean, you see it like in both the corporate and the indie world. Like there are some VTubers who definitely like it's almost become a trope in the VTuber community where some VTubers appear like and then kind of overnight they just skyrocket, right?
Yeah.
But that sort of thing doesn't necessarily happen out of the blue. Like there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. There are so many external factors, and sometimes there's, you know, a ton of planning involved, or something went viral, you know, just dumb luck, or an orchestrated effort to boost a person. It's really like it could be any number of things depending on who it is. But I think getting to that point is almost like, in a sense, winning the lottery. Like it's not guaranteed, and it's not gonna happen to the majority of people.
It's definitely not gonna happen with a lot, but you know, there's always a few lucky stragglers. But then again, they had like a strategy though, and that strategy worked, but it can't be replicated.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of the like the cases you see of indie VTubers really taking off are kind of like they're not really following a set formula necessarily. Either things just lined up very well for them, or their specific approach hitting like a specific niche really paid off for them very well, or maybe just their overall production quality is very good, or they're just, you know, really cute and entertaining, or they have another life that kind of helped give them a little bit of a head start.
Oh yeah, like
so many different factors.
Like I had a friend. They had I won't say who, but of course, they had in their previous life they were a really good content creator, and then now they are VTubers, so they are they're like they got it easy, so
Well, not only does that help when you're starting off in terms of having a potentially existing audience, because most people who take that route, if they're indie, will kind of let their friends know, and like the people from that life, like, hey, come check out my VTuber activities, even if they aren't like public fully about it. And then they also have the skills in like the field of content creation, creativity, streaming, and all those sort of like social networking type of things that you can really, you know, take advantage of it as a VTuber, whether or not you're big or small.
They certainly do have that advantage.
It's not to say that like it's not that it's something that can't be learned, because you can definitely improve your skills in any of those areas, but it takes time and it takes effort. And when you combine that with the pressure of being a VTuber, and especially if you're comparing yourself to other VTubers, when you don't know the whole story behind everyone's success,
Yeah, of course.
it can really be, I guess, disheartening, or at least, you know, you can really feel the
You
kind
can feel the
of competition.
competition, but the shit-faced moments too.
Yeah, but again, it all depends on your perspective, like how you view the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, personally for my end, it's just basically yeah, you kind of know me already, so I kind of like tend to compare myself to the extreme levels.
Yeah, and you know, in a sense, it can be good to strive for greatness, but at the same time, don't set unrealistic expectations for yourself. And this goes for any one who, you know, wants to improve as a VTuber content creator, or just in life in general, really.
Yeah.
I mean, on the other hand, for some people, and then that's why I take everything I say with a grain of salt, because for some people, you know, setting those grandiose expectations can also be a very strong motivating factor in their success.
However, with that type of grandiose things, it also, if it falls, you kind of just like suffer.
That's true, and some people are always constantly suffering, but that can be a drive to push forward as well. So there are definitely different views on that.
It's not a 1-2 journey. It's like the evolutionary tree. It just like diverges into like so many paths.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's a constantly changing field as well. Like everything's moving simultaneously.
Everything's moved every second that we talk. There's like a new VTuber thing going on.
Well, you know, it's because like VTubing. Okay, so like the question is like, is VTubing hard? Well, VTubing would be pretty challenging even if the situation weren't changing. Like if we had the same meta and everyone was just learning the one meta and like trying to improve, it would still be pretty like there would be many things to face and many things to overcome. But then you got to also compare that to the fact that VTubing as a medium, or VTubing as like a industry, I guess, or whatever, like a community, it's constantly changing.
It really is. It really is changing. But
yeah, like year by year, month by month, week by week.
It's actually like
it's always changing.
It's like day by day, actually.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
I think from my point of view, because like when I open up Twitter every hour, I'm just like, I click F5 every hour, and I'm like, there's something new, there's something new, there's something new.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I think recently, among some of the older members of the what you would call the quote-unquote community as it was in 2020, a lot of those more established VTubers have been starting to kind of either distance themselves from the Twitter meta, or simply just kind of almost getting critical of the direction things are headed. Like it's been kind of ongoing for the past few months now.
Yeah.
An increase in drama and conflict and this and that.
Yeah, there's actually been an increase on that one. It's 2020 VTubing, in my opinion, because I've talked briefly about my 2018 VTuber activities, but it's like vastly different from 2020 VTubing. Because back then it was just like simple and fun. Now it's just super complex and there's a lot more things going on and stuff.
It's kind of similar to how the media landscape as a whole has evolved, because back in the day, like if you rewind a few decades, there were fewer choices for entertainment, so people just watched whatever was available. But now we have so many choices, not just in like online media, but also games, movies, books, everything. There's just so many choices now that every sort of entity is fighting for your time, right? And that includes, VTubers. So with more VTubers comes
more competition.
Exactly, for viewership and audience and all that.
Yeah, I mean, there comes a point where, like, you kind of told me, like, VTubing isn't really, like, personally, it's not really a competition, but once it comes to viewers, it starts becoming a little battlefield.
Yeah, it's kind of, what can we say? It is what it is in that sense. I mean, for me, I not really one to chase after numbers, but I do like having an audience, and it would be nice to grow. I think, like, I started VTubing not to become famous or rich or anything like that. I started VTubing for the sole purpose of maintaining my sanity and exploring the technology, and also just having a fun time with some people that I knew from before VTubing. Like, we all basically took the VTuber pill, and through VTubing, I've met so many interesting people from all walks of life around the world, and it's been mostly a positive experience for me.
That's good.
I think the worst I've had to deal with are, sometimes, but it's the usual things that streamers deal with, like unruly audience members, or maybe, like managing interpersonal relationships at times. But it's not really, like, I haven't really had anything particularly negative, I suppose.
Yeah, I kind of, that's like my perspective was mainly negative, but I didn't have a plan. I just saw my plan for VTubing originally was to, hey, I'm a cat. I do cat stuff, and I want to meet people. That's it.
Meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow.
Cat by kind of evolved into a fox later on, but
Yeah, that tends to happen sometimes. I don't know why or how, but
I mean, the transformation's almost complete. We just need like one more tail and we'll be good. Now just like
oh dear, please leave my tails out of this.
But yeah, as of like my general VTuber experience is, well, I think I said this like in a 2-hour stream already. Super negative, but it's not like that negative really. I think it's just the small negative that happened to my end was just such a much more greater impact than all the good stuff that it became like the center of my entire experience.
Well, everyone enters VTubing from a different starting point and from like a different perspective. Like for me, I started with some of my friends who were also big fans of like your standard like corporate VTubers, right? Like they're all like, I was also, I mean, I say I was, but I'm still a HoloLive fan. I still watch HoloLive and Sanji and all the corporates as well. Although I would say I spend more of my time watching indies now because I have so many friends in VTubing. But I have, I guess, been fortunate to have started with, a good group of people that I had known from before. And then through them, I was also introduced to other, I guess, like-minded individuals who really made it a very positive experience, I guess. Like, they've been nothing but supportive, and it's just been, a boon of creativity, I suppose. I mean, okay, so there has been conflict, like perhaps not with myself, but certainly within various communities. But for the most part, things have been kind of puttering along.
It's not that bad as a whole, but there has been little hiccups along the way, basically, yeah.
Yeah, like sometimes people, end up in drama, or like they fall in and out of VTubing. Like people I know have like had to go on hiatus, or they've graduated, but others have flourished. Like it's been a pretty even spread all across the board, I suppose.
Well, actually, yeah, you're kind of right about that. I kind of live under a rock, so my point of view sort of goes like skewed.
But I can see how, for example, if you are kind of more isolated from the quote-unquote community, which by the way is no longer
the community
like
is
a
dead.
solid entity in my opinion, but let's just say like if you are more of a solo streamer or solo minded person, then it can be, I guess, a little bit of a different experience, just because you don't have, as you mentioned, like support from other people who are, trying to help each other out. But I can also see how a lot of people, when they get their start in VTubing, especially in 2022, there's a lot of people talk about these issues constantly, like clout chasing or like follow for follow and all of those shenanigans, right?
Clawing your way up and stepping on people and then trampling
throwing them away when you're done, type of thing.
Yeah.
It can get pretty cutthroat in certain spheres, especially if people's motivations are, geared towards a specific direction.
Money.
So man, money, fame, power, all that sort of stuff, like clout. And to be honest, I still respect that because they have hustle and they are doing what they do. And all the people who are doing that kind of know. But if you don't know and you're in that, you could feel betrayed. You could feel like hurt or used, right?
Yeah.
But for other people, it's just business, or it's just like the most efficient and effective way to get ahead, quote unquote, in VTubing.
Well, that's kind of true. Well, I don't have experience in that, but I know someone that does. It's kind of true for them.
It is efficient. It's effective, and
it's the fastest way to grow, really.
Yeah, and getting back to how to really like kick it off as a VTuber. I didn't know this as much because it's a bit out of my sphere. Kind of, as a male VTuber, it happens a little bit less, but certainly the clipping world can definitely give you a viral boost. If you get a good clip in front of, hundreds of thousands of people, you're gonna explode.
As a male VTuber as well. Well, hane is a boy, so technically male VTuber.
Yes.
So, yeah, I probably might but me and Natsu has experience with clippers. We did get clipped once, but that was like a small hobby indie, like an indie clipper, so it didn't really have much. It was for their own purpose, of course. It's like a fan thing.
Course.
But as for like larger clippers, it's just like, since we don't meet the meta that they post, I don't think we'll ever get a chance to get a clipper to I talk a lot previously about topics and all that stuff about clippers and whatnot, but since I don't meet their meta, I we don't really get clipped by them. So we try hard sometimes. Me and Natsuha really try hard to be a horny Neko just to get that clip, but then we realize we're not getting this clip.
Yeah, well, I think when it comes to being clipped, how did it get clipped? Okay, so sure, the horny can be a factor, right?
Yeah, but that's sorry to interrupt you, but that's sort of if you click any clip video from last year, I don't know about now, but every time you click on a clip video, it's just the horny ones tend to skyrocket.
Well, there's also some algorithm at play, right? YouTube is potentially recommending, the clips that it thinks you want to see. I'm just kidding. But no, so VTubing is also very visual. If you have a very high quality model with a lot of expressions, dynamic movement, a lot of detail, good art, it will definitely be a strong, I guess you could say, boost for any of your content.
Yeah,
because it is very visual, and the people who are in the large bulk of the VTuber, people who watch VTubers, are certainly all for visual quality.
Yeah, actually, that's kind of true. That's actually that's when I say it's kind of true. That's actually true because when you look at clipper content, for the indie side, not just corporate, but on the indie side, you tend to realize all the models are super high quality and
is it the chicken or the egg, right?
Yeah,
are they big because they have a very nice model, or did they get a very nice model because they are big? And for some people, they started off with a more I guess you could say basic model, right? And as they built an audience, they upgraded or they made some changes, and then they grew their audience that way. Other people started out with a banger model and just took off.
Yeah, there's there's that too, certainly. There's like the smaller. Either some people started with like Viroid and then became bigger as they upgraded as they became bigger, or they got smaller. And they just like start right off. Actually, this takes me back. Actually, I saw a Twitter post last year. There was someone that got like an iron vertex model, and at first like nobody was biting into it. But you know, now I like looked at their channel and now they're at like 124,000 anyway.
Yeah. I mean, when you have good quality, like a good quality model, you also have the benefit of exposure through the artist and the rigger who made the model. So it's really, and that's why companies like Iron Vertex, groups like Iron Vertex, choose their clients carefully, because they know that it can also impact their brand as well. But if they find good synergy with a high-level streamer who wants to be a VTuber, everyone wins in that sphere, right? Like Iron Vertex gets more publicity, this Iron Vertex VTuber takes off, and they also create beautiful art together. It's really reaching the heights that they couldn't do on their own.
Oh yeah, that's true. Don't be like me. I created my own model.
No, there are plenty of VTubers who have created their own models as well.
Of course.
It's one of those things where like if you combine, so if you have a lot of talent and a basic model, right? You can still go far. And if you have a great model and you're kind of basic, you can still go far. But when you combine the two, like you're a very talented individual with a good model, look at Salome, for example, the recent Niji Sanji, right? Like she got 1 million.
The Desuwa one?
Desuwa.
Yeah.
Like she's really the poster child for the perfect storm of viral plus a good model plus good talent. And that is what happens. She hit all three at the same time. Like her model is, of course, a professional model, and she's corpo. She has the corpo support, and her character acting is insanely good.
I actually watched her first video. I think it was like a first streamer video. I watched it because I'm subscribed to like Niji, obviously, but I don't watch Hollow. I only watch Niji anyway. So like I used to watch Hollow, like, but then Hollow got too big, so I ended up sticking to like Niji and Vomes, and I'm just like Niji and Vomes.
I feel like Niji Sanji is a bit more down to earth. It's a bit more realistic, not realistic, but it's just they have fewer rules and restrictions.
Yeah.
Like Hollow, I love Natsura Matsuri and Polka, Omaru Polka, but I haven't really followed too many of, and of course, the Hollow ENs are pretty good too. Like they're very good, polished VTubers, and they do great work, but I don't watch them as much as Niji Sanji these days.
Well, I used to, with the Hollow stuff, I used to watch it, but then the dragon went away, so I kind of like, and then like I used to also watch Hollow CN, but Hollow CN no more, so
yeah. I mean, like, yeah. So
yeah, so I ended up like going to like other Niji. Niji kind of clicked with me though, and Vomes too, but Vomes kind of really does click a lot. But
yeah. When they let their talents have more freedom to do what they do best, then I think everyone benefits.
Yeah. There's that. Like, if there's a combination of good, of course they're gonna do well. But since we're in the topic of indies, it's very rare in the indie side to get hit all those boxes. Because not all indies, right, have the budget or the time to make a model or rig a model, or just like like when you just first started out, you have like zero budget on anything, and so it comes to like how can the stuff we're talking about like kind of also play a part in those types of VTubers that are starting out with like zero, right?
Yeah, so I mean, in the indie sphere, okay, there are there are different starting points even in the indie sphere. Some people have a budget; they don't start at zero. So like, they even if they don't, well, actually, most people with a budget generally make a plan. But then again, there was a whole spate of people who got a model, realized they didn't like VTubing, and then graduated shortly after. So maybe that's not true. But
not all, but there's like some that started like that. I think it was like a first half of 2020, like during like the boom. But
yeah. Hollow EN had just come out, and a lot of people wanted in on that, and then realized maybe it wasn't for them, which is cool. It's fine.
Yeah,
but,
it's fine.
Certainly by 2022, most people who are jumping in with a large investment have seen, the wreckage of VTubers past, and are like, okay, I should be kind of serious about this if I want to jump in with that much of an investment, unless I'm really just able to do it for fun like that. But also, like, the infrastructure to support the creation of new VTubers has grown immensely as well. So you have so many studios and like independent artists, as well as like
newer
organizations that cater to creating new VTubers.
Actually,
VRoid Studio, the 3D side, has also improved a lot.
Oh yeah, VRoid's definitely improved. It's nowadays the VRoid is like doesn't look so bad anymore. But then again, like
VRoid is definitely, sorry to interrupt, VRoid is something that definitely you can get great results. It depends on how much effort and skill you put into it, I suppose.
For real. Like, well, I used VRoid all the way like back then as well. So, but then again, like I tried my best to like customize the hell out of it. So, because what I saw was like even back then when VRoid was starting out, it kept getting memed and gets like bad raps for like looking like like a crap model. But
the default textures had some room for improvement.
Yeah, I mean, there was always room for improvement, but they were still like brand new back then. And what I saw was like, hey, I suck at 3D modeling. Hey, the body's already done. I don't have to go in Blender and try to figure out how to make a cube into a sphere.
Yeah. No, it definitely made 3D VTubing a lot more accessible to many people.
Yeah. So VRoid in a sense got a bad rap, but those people who saw it as like a canvas to try and create better models also benefited from like VTubing, I think, in the early days.
Yeah, the overall skill of the community has increased along with the growth of VTubers, and that has attracted even more people into learning how to do live 2D, how to do 3D modeling, and all of the creative aspects surrounding the creation of VTubing models and assets and so on. Yeah, so in that sense, like if you're entering as if you want to become a VTuber, like right now, like in June 2022, there are so many opportunities and
options also.
So much recorded, so many records of people's experiences of VTubing that it's more possible than ever to make an informed decision about how to best approach it compared to 2020 or 2018, where which is how we got on this subject. But back in 2018, everyone was just exploring the field, I guess you could say.
2018, it was kind of like an exploration, or just doing. And I know probably VTubing probably started way before 2018, obviously, but like I think with 2018, it was just like. It was there, it was starting to get established, but it was just like anything goes. Whatever happens, anything goes. We were just doing whatever.
West,
we were just doing like on my end. It's like, I don't like to talk too much about myself, but like from my perspective, when I first started 2018, it was just like, well, we didn't, like we have like all this like good stuff now, right? But I'm gonna change like sort of the topic where like everything there was just chill back then. Like you can make a video, sure it'll be like only 2 people will watch it, but it felt rewarding. But versus now, you make a video, 2 people watch it, and you're just like, I'm shit.
Okay, so I think that no offense, but that is totally dependent on the perspective of the person making the video. Because I can still feel like if I make a video and it only gets 2 views, if the video is a good video, I'll be okay. Although everyone wants more views. It's a fact of YouTube. You want people to appreciate your content. But that is a wholly perspective thing.
It just it depends on the person, right? I think prior to 2020 though, I didn't really care because I was like, ooh, 2 views, I'm famous. So, because back then like the standards on YouTube was much lower. So when you go to like post 2018, like 2019, 2020, 2020 and beyond, right? The standards are definitely much higher, and it's like now that you have like VTubing has like so much options and so much technology out there, like you can't really like make an excuse to like technically go bad, but of course there's also like factors why you can't really make good quality stuff. So yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, any sort of content creation requires certain skills in order to do it effectively, right? Like if you want to make a video, you need video editing skills and audio skills, and you also have to have creativity to have a good idea for what to make. If you want to take it one step further, so I'm just talking about the creative side right now, but you can also look at trends on the internet, like on YouTube and on Google and on Twitter. You can look at analytics and consider all the aspects of data-driven content production, which is effective. It's brutally effective if you master it, but at the same time, it's not what a lot of people want to do. Like, you just want to make stuff, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've actually taken up your those advice from you from our private discussions. I'm just like, there's this new feature on YouTube Studio. I just realized it like when I was like downloading some videos just to like edit. There's like something called the research tab, and I was like, what the hell is this?
Yes, research tab. Yes, the research tab.
I was like, what is this? And then I was just like typing in random VTuber stuff. I was like, VTuber. And there's like a lot of things that pop up though.
If you're beholden to the algorithm, then you might as well make the algorithm work for you, right? I mean, that's what YouTube is trying to get creators to do. And people who play ball with the AIs will get their content pushed out to more people, which equals more impressions. If you increase your click-through rate, more people will click on it. If you increase your search engine optimization and discoverability, you get more views. And it all is a positive feedback loop, because if you have more subs and more views, YouTube will push your content out to more people, yada, yada, yada.
Blah, blah.
Profit.
But that's like, that's also like a lottery system technically though.
Is it a lottery? I don't think it's a lottery. I think
it's like, it's also because like, if you use like certain hashtags and certain things to make a video catchy to the algorithm, it's actually just like, it's also a stroke of luck. It's like when you play a crane game and the algo is the crane, and your content is those little loot boxes inside the machine, right? And algo's just like, ooh, click, grab, right?
That's true. But as you know, some people are better at crane games than others.
Oh yeah, but not all. I mean, I would know. I stuck my hand inside.
Well, that is another approach.
After giving up, I was just like, come on, hand, you can do this.
I can see it. Hana just like punches the glass right through, picks up the prize, and walks off. Yeah, but I think the analytics side of content creation is, well, actually, no, it is very relevant. And I think experienced creators know all about it and how to best, like, there's tons of videos on the subject. You could easily spend like a day just watching how to make your video go viral.
There's actually thousands. I'm kind of guilty of searching on that. So.
It's all by people who are trying to achieve the same thing, right? See, I'm usually on Twitch, right? So the meta is very different on Twitch because it's mostly live content. They want live content. So that allows me to focus more on the performative aspect of VTubing, like basically being a streamer, right? Of course, on Twitch, it's kind of like the discoverability is actually worse than YouTube in a sense.
Oh yeah, I feel you.
But
I used to Twitch also.
As far as Twitch meta goes, aside from the rating system, choosing the type of game you want to play can influence how many people will come to your stream. Certainly more popular games have a higher potential for more viewers. But once you establish yourself on Twitch and have a good subscriber base, I think it just kind of builds on itself.
It actually with Twitch, I think with Twitch, the more like people, the more you stream there, I think, or more people watch you, kind of like you'd kind of do better, right?
To a point. Like some people say you should just like stream, like stream till you make it, but
no,
that's not always
no,
true.
no.
That is not the best way. Like a combination of regular streaming and of course being entertaining on stream, which is very important, whatever entertaining means, like whether you know, basically knowing your audience and then catering to that audience is very important on Twitch, especially because unlike YouTube, you don't have your VODs working for you. Like YouTube, once you make a video, it's basically there for as long as it's there, so it can keep getting views. Like I'm no YouTube expert, but the first video I made on YouTube, it still gets views today. Like it just keeps going. It's just like the sky's the limit, I guess.
Yeah,
Not to toot my own horn, but it surprises me because I just kind of made it just for fun. But I look at the analytics and it's like, oh, okay, it just keeps going.
Yeah, that's kind of true. I was watching it. I binge your videos when I'm bored. But coming back to Twitch though, it's like kind of difficult, right? Because a lot of people don't know, because everyone kind of knows I main YouTube, right? But I started on Twitch, so I
think the nice thing about Twitch is it is 100%, in my opinion, it is 100% easier to have a sense of community on Twitch, because
you have
especially
emotes?
in niche games, and when all the content is live, it's all interactive, which means that people who come to the streams are there. They're not just watching it when you're not there. They're there.
Yeah.
And everything's live, right? So there's this kind of dynamic feeling to it, whereas YouTube, half of the content is live streams and the other half is pre-recorded videos.
Well,
so you have those all competing for your attention.
Yeah, there's that. Also with YouTube streams, it's sort of not interactive unless you hit like some sort of partner program.
So the other thing about YouTube is a lot of YouTube chats, or YouTube in general, has more latency than Twitch for the most part. Like Twitch, it's depending on your internet connection and where you're located, but generally, if you have it set up properly, there's very little latency. So it just feels like there's a closer connection between you and the streamer, in my opinion. Especially for indies.
Oh, yeah.
And because everyone's live, interaction is the key. Like interaction drives community growth, right? Like that's why on YouTube, a lot of people, if they're looking for a video, they might just watch the video and they won't subscribe because they watched it. They're done. They got the information they needed to know. They're gone.
That's literally like half my live streams, honestly, though, in YouTube. I have I think for me, my pattern with those live streams, in my opinion, like I get like viewers that come to my stream like 4 times. Like let's say I stream 4 times in a week, right? That was back then, like when I was streaming like every day. But it still happens now, where I stream and then they never sub, but they're always there. They're always there, but they would never click subscribe, because I can see the subscribe like on the Streamlabs, right? I can see the little notification of who's subscribed. So like I see this person, I'm like, I know this name, but I look at the list that's on Streamlabs and I'm like, they're not there.
Yeah, so again, part of it I think has to do with user behavior, just because if you subscribe to too many things, you're just going to get bombarded, especially on YouTube, where there's just so much there, not just live streams and not just VTubers, right? There's so much content on YouTube compared to platforms like Twitch, where it's mostly a more gaming oriented platform. I mean, there's other genres too, but a lot of gamers are on Twitch, right? I think also finding live streamers on YouTube is a little harder than on Twitch.
Yeah, it's actually super hard. It actually, like, I think it goes back to when we were talking about in our private time about the thumbnails.
Oh yes,
thumbnails, so when you go on YouTube and you search a stream, like let's say we try to search Maneki Box. If I search it on my phone, of course it'll show up because I'm logged into Natsu's account on my phone. Yeah. So yeah, obviously it's gonna show up. But if you're like, let's say you're in some random backwoods, you live like in a remote place, right? right?
Yeah.
You try to search Maneki Box and you won't get anything. You'll probably just get a cat video with the you know.
Yeah, so the YouTube algorithm definitely is very region centric as well. For better or for worse, that is what it is. And that's also why it's getting on a bit of a tangent, but I think for success on YouTube, it really does help to have a presence on other platforms like the Bird side or like a Reddit in order to drive people to your content. Because as you mentioned, people don't subscribe. Also, I don't even subscribe to like every YouTube channel that I regularly watch videos to because YouTube recommends them to me anyways. Even if I don't subscribe to like some big YouTube channels, I keep getting the content in my recommendations when they push a new video.
Oh yeah,
so I'm like,
of course.
oh, I don't even notice. I don't even think about subscribing because it's like, oh, I get them anyways.
I'm sort of guilty on that one too. Like I watch a lot of high quality like 3D like plain videos and stuff, but I never subscribe. I never subscribe to them.
Yeah,
because you know
exactly. Yeah.
every time, because like my algorithm is already half of it's just Kerbal and like aviation. To be honest, so and I'm just like. When I go to like YouTube and then I'm like, oh, I'm working on a live 2D. I'm just trying to like watch something. And then it says there in the recommendation, plain video. I'm like, click. And then like it just keeps going until they ultimately arrive at the high quality plain video.
yeah, exactly.
But I don't ever subscribe. So yeah.
Yeah. So that's definitely like a thing. So yeah, I guess for the average viewer, they might not even think about subscribing.
But the difference is, though, in my opinion, you know, it's kind of hard to say because it's kind of hard to justify it because they're a big, you know, it's easy to say, oh, they're a huge channel, so even if I don't subscribe, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, there's that aspect to it too.
I don't want to like look into that too much, but like when you're a smaller YouTuber, like -1 subscription like screws your algorithm already, by the way. Like
it's because it's one of those things where it's like a percentage, right? Like if it's like 1 out of 10, that's like 10% of your audience. If it's like 1 out of a million, that's like a minute, fraction.
But you know, I mean, YouTube sometimes is wonky as well with the subscribers. They kind of like remove subscribers.
So
as
YouTube
well.
kind of obfuscates a lot of its data. Like if you look at the same information on different pages of YouTube, I noticed like the numbers are different, which really messes with my mind. Twitch, for all its ails, is pretty straightforward. Like this is the number, this is it. And actually, one thing that is interesting about Twitch is all the data is pretty much available. Like all of like the numbers and stuff like that, you can search it up. It's publicly available, whereas YouTube kind of hides it for each channel.
It kind of hides it. I mean, if you go to like Social Blade, it'll show up, but like, but it's not accurate because I look at my own channel in Social Blade and I'm just like, none of this is accurate. It even says how much I make in a month, and I'm like, wow, that's fake.
See, in that sense, like Twitch is quite democratized, or at least it's quite open because you can see like anyone's stream and like how many average viewers they had, and like all that information is available. On YouTube, you don't even know necessarily when people subscribe to you if have the public subscription thing available. YouTube doesn't even tell you.
YouTube doesn't tell you, but Streamlabs does.
Oh, it does? Does it? Okay, I didn't know that.
Well, like most of the subs, like I've been, most of the 400 something subs that joined this cursed channel, is like like you go into like the notifications, right? The alert box here in Streamlabs, and it'll just like show up and like so and so subscribe, so and so subscribe, so you can like technically see it. So
we have some comments, by the way.
Oh, we do? Oh no.
Moku. Oh, hi Moku.
Hello Moku.
And also Gupta, if you're still here, say if you got a chance to enter a company, would you like to use the same model or a different one? I'd be fine getting a different one if it was like a legit corporation. I
would go to a company and be like, I'll be Konba, but make me better.
Yeah, because honestly, I wouldn't mind. I mean, the opportunities of like legit corpo, like if HoloLive were like, yo, you want to be HoloLive? I was like, yeah, sure.
But for real though,
as much as I love this model.
But for real though, if I got the corporate though, I would probably like, what was it called? I won't probably force a Konba. I'll probably just like say Konba in between, like just like Konba, go to Konba channel, then like resign. Stonks.
そうか。まあ。
Ayun.
I mean, the advantage of being corpo is you have a
Income.
large team of support that
Oh,
will
yeah,
help.
that
Like you
too.
need something done, you can get it done.
Oh
Like,
yeah, that's true.
you
Like
have a budget, you've got like managers, you've got a marketing team.
you don't need to edit the videos because they'll edit it for you.
It's basically saving time that lets and focus and energy that lets you focus on the things that they enable you to do, which is create engaging content.
Yeah, that's kind
Yeah.
of true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
So that's the main thing about corpo, yeah.
well, Corporal's great. It's just that let's see, with Corporal though, there's still like a lot of rules though. Unlike Indie, you don't really have much rule.
Depends on the corporation you work for. Considering if you look at like Nyanners, oh bless Nyanners, or basically VShoujo in general, they're pretty much like given free reign to do whatever they want. Even more so than like typical users of the platform maybe, but I have no animosity towards that. Like I love watching Nyanners.
I don't have much animosity with bigger VTubers, like the indie ones, but yeah, I don't actually have a like, they started way back when. So when I was still like new, I still saw them. I was already like watching them or like part of like that era. So so technically, I mean, well, now that I'm a new character, obviously, because old character's gone. You'll never see the old character.
Hi.
So,
Well, everyone goes
yeah.
through like a discovery process, an evolutionary process.
Well, technically, but Natsu's been always Natsu.
Yes, but even Natsu had like various iterations, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, Natsu, I think the initial, like the lore that I have right now is not even the lore I started with.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of develops over time, unless you go in with like a well laid out strategy. But not everyone does.
No.
Very few do that.
Most of it was just like a whim. Like I saw,
Yeah.
I think like, yeah, I quit VTubing like 2019, right? So 2020 like hit, and then I got bored. So I opened up my old models, and I was just like, oh look, they still move. So I was just like, so one day I went on Twitch, and I just streamed like it was 2018 again. And then I was like, and then I got like I got like culture shock because 2020 isn't 2018. So you got like Twitch. I started on Twitch, and then I was like, wow, okay, experience like went south, and then yeah.
Especially at that level, I think that
I'll scuff
singular
back then.
experiences can have a large impact. Like if you go on start your stream and like some people come in and like basically make it an uncomfortable experience, then it's gonna leave an impression.
It kind of did actually. For the better half of 2020, I was just like super scuffed, and that was still like residue from 2018 because I'm scuffed. I mean, I'm still scuffed now, but
You're much
compared
less
to
scuffed.
it's much less scuffed. Yeah, it's thanks to like
No, you look good.
improvements.
You look good, honey. You look good. I like your set.
Do you want the onsen set?
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, let's go. Wait, let's click on the onsen set. Yatta!
Yeah.
We're now taking a bath in the table.
Is
And
this the onsen?
yeah,
Oh, yeah, bye.
this is the onsen set.
Hello. Gosh, this is the onsen.
Yeah, it's all echoey now.
Yeah, hold on. There's like I think there's an echo in here.
Yeah.
On the... Yeah, wait. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
Where were we? Yeah, right.
We kind of diverged into many topics already. I think it's
yeah.
mostly like VTuber growth of why people grow faster, but then we kind of like diverged to like stuff.
Platforms, data,
Platforms,
all those
yeah.
fun things.
But there's
Yeah.
still like plenty of factors why any more there's like many more factors why like VTubing would be technically harder. I mean, this is gonna be an ongoing topic. Like, we can probably stream like 10 hours worth of this and still not get a yes or no answer. I mean, seriously,
honestly,
seriously, yeah.
Like, I would say, so to answer the question, is indie VTubing hard? I would say it depends on what you want to achieve as a VTuber. If you just want to get on a stream in a model, it's not that hard. But if you want to be the next member of HoloLive, it's pretty hard.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's definitely hard.
If you want to build like a nice, comfy community, and be indie, not be under any corporate thumb, and just do your own thing, but have viewers and have scabs and make content and have people basically help support your activities. It is challenging.
Well,
it's not impossible by any means. It depends on how much you put into it.
Well, in a sense, it's actually like your answer is really good, but in like if you want something short, I would say yes, it's hard.
Yeah.
but it just depends on, like as Nico said, it just depends on like what you want to do. If you did this on a whim and it starts to snowball like what I did, yeah, things are gonna get difficult because you don't know what you're doing. I actually don't know my niche, so sadly.
Conversely, if you have like an existing skill set or experience, and then you decide, like for example, if you're like a famous cosplayer or like a existing streamer or something similar to that, then it's not too hard to jump into VTubing and just kind of start using a model while doing your thing. I think
it's not hard if you have like some skills, but there's also like some things that goes in the background, like the streaming part, clicking live, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch, where you just click live on YouTube, you can kind of schedule everything. But anyway, like it's not hard in a sense, like to stream and make content. You could just like sit here and stare and probably just go to sleep and have your model do some funky tracking shenanigans while you sleep, and it'll still be streaming, right? But like the stuff that happens in the back room, like all the behind the scenes stuff, that's what I think is the hard part. Even if you have like significant social media like experience and whatnot, it's kind of like hard to approach it, because this is like, if you're new, you're just like, oh, this is like new territory. You're basically,
I think it's also an allegory to the difference between like indie developers versus not professional, but like corporate developers, in the sense that if you're an indie in anything, like indie musicians, indie anything, you have to do everything yourself or pay someone to do it, right? Whereas if you have a team who can do stuff for you, then you don't have to worry about like community management. You don't have to worry about social media. You can just focus on being a VTuber.
Oh,
Moku said, go ahead.
Oh, you're reading it? All right.
Oh, you can read it.
Oh, you can read it. Like, wait,
Okay,
why am I making you read it?
Why are you making me read it?
What am I? I'm a terrible
Very
host.
hard, LL. Even like me right now, it's hard to find what content to focus on other stuff. So Moku is a very creative person, very creative individual. So for them, it's really hard to, focus or narrow down on what it is to make, which is understandable. Yeah, it is. And that really leads to, what is your goal? Do you want viewers? Do you want to improve your skills as a content creator? Do you want to just make the stuff that makes you feel good? It's all factors that play into and also like how good are you at making the different types of content? Are they types of content that you want to improve your skill in making? All of those things can influence the answer to that question.
There's a lot of factors. But
for sure.
Moku's a really creative person, though. I've seen like some of her works. She said she shared me some of her works before. It's like really good. So.
Yeah. I check out the video, like the videos on her channel.
Her videos too.
Yeah, they're well put together. They're very nice.
I can see like the passion that was like put in it. To be honest, like I kind of strive for that.
I would say the production values are pretty solid, and the creativity is there, and it has a kind of artsy flair to it, which really polishes it off. So so I would say keep at it if that's what you want to do. If there's something that you would like to change about your content or improve or modify, then that's something that can definitely be considered and discussed.
Yep. You can like do anything, like if you like it, like it's, you know, and if you like it, you know, you definitely have passion for it, then like keep at it, right? Like Nico and then everybody else, yeah. I try not to include myself a lot because I most of my examples are kind of like imposing a fictional language to the world now speaking.
I mean, the whole idea of Konba is very fascinating as well. I think it's one of those things where if you want it to really take off, then it's kind of not so much about, I mean, of course, you can always continue to increase the quality of the content itself, but also connecting that to the people who would be most receptive to it is your biggest challenge.
No, that is the biggest challenge, actually. Like, because Konba is like, you can't take some cues from normal human language, like some words, but it's not gonna really, like, it's not a language that like you can use. It's like, in a sense, like it's just me trying to like tell people, hey, this could be a code, right?
Well, if you want, like, in my opinion, I've shared some of these like ideas with you in the past, but if you want to get more people interested in it, there are certain, you know, techniques and things you can do to kind of like get increased interaction in like the fictional language that you've created, ways to encourage people to start using it, to incentivize you know, the propagation of Konba. But it really depends on how much you put into that, and
it's
sometimes
actually
a bit of luck too.
It's actually with the Konba, I'll be practically honest with you, I never wanted to teach it, even though I wrote it in my lore. But I think it was the time I watched like a HoloLive thing, or which one was it? The elf one?
The elf. Okay.
I think it was Aki. Yeah, so she like sang in elfin language, right? So I was just like, yo, she's like she sang this, right? And then that came into my mind, and I was like, I want to teach my language. So, but yeah, it's really weird because, you know, you're just like watching it, you're just like, oh, it's a song in elf language, right? And then you're just like, yeah, I want to teach this now. So something like that, and that's what happened with Konba. But with Konba, and it's really hard to actually like take off with that, because I don't know, like, personally, I don't know my niche. I honestly don't know what I'm doing.
So I mean, on the subject of growth, which is a little bit different from the main question, but we can explore this a little bit, I think. Basically, and I've mentioned this to you before, like understanding your audience, like even on a I guess a general sense, like some people are really specific and have a very solid understanding of their audience. Other people just have like an inclination, like a feeling like, oh, when I stream this, I get more viewers, or when I post about this, more people seem to interact with it. So maybe more people like this, and this might be my audience. But like having a direction for that can really help focus your content. And this applies to what Moku said as well. Like if there's some content that people seem to hook onto a little more, then that might be an interesting direction to head towards.
Yeah, it's
oh wait. Yeah.
Oh wait, Moku said something. Your Konba reminds me of Terra Hip. It's also a fictional world and lore and language stuff. It's also a game that made people invested in the entire lore. So I guess an interactive content might help spread the help spread of Konba.
Where have I heard this idea before?
Yes, Nico, I know. Natsuha is Natsuha tried.
I mean, if I may share one of my ideas that I had, like, I suggested to Natsuha that she make some kind of like weekly like quiz in Konba that people would have to decode, kind of like a logic puzzle. Because you know how logic puzzles and puzzles have become really popular recently, like Wordle and all that. Hey, you can make Konba Wordle. There you go. I just gave you a free idea. But that sort of thing, right? Like making it interactive and fun, and making people want to learn more about it, even if it's just like a side component of the entire stream. Everyone can benefit from that kind of, unique aspect of the world or the characters. Thank you, Lijitu.
Yeah, I actually wanted to try something like that, but I was just like, what? How am I gonna do this? Because like I've never actually, like, I was like thinking, should I put it in the Konba Romaji or like just Konba as in like the entire like script? Then I tried to make the script as easy as possible. So
I mean, yeah. Probably in the script, and then give a decoding wheel, like some kind of like post it on somewhere, like this is how you decode it.
Yeah, because
something like that. But there's so many ways to do it.
There's like the current Konba we use now. Well, the current Konba I use now is like the super simplified. Like if we took like hiragana and just made it more simple.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely still potential there.
There's still potential.
To do many things.
But yeah.
Like even as an artistic element, like design motif that you have been including, in your art. So
yeah, look, Hane has Konba.
yeah, and then people who want to do the deep dive will be like, oh hey, wonder if there's any meaning to that, and then that organic discovery. When people find things out on their own, it basically gets their interest much higher than if you like shove it in like an ad at the beginning of the video or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's definitely potential for a lot of stuff with Konba.
People love to people love to feel smart. So like if they say, oh, I discovered this cool thing, it's much better than, oh, someone's trying to advertise this thing to me.
Yeah, there's definitely some of that. That just goes back to basically just like the overall I think with my starting to realize this now, I think with my content it's all lore based. So I try to like stuff my lore somewhere into like whatever I do.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. It's a good idea.
It's not bad, but kind of difficult, but yeah.
It definitely complements the whole like feeling of like the channel and the characters and everything like that.
Yeah. Awkward.
Oh, sorry. I think I was lagging for a bit. Did you say something?
Oh, no. I coughed on something and I was like, oh wait,
okay.
what? Oh.
なるほど。So, we've covered many different topics. How do you feel about indie VTubing?
Indie VTubing is... There's no one-way path. It's still difficult, of course, but there's like no one-way path for this. But it's an ongoing topic, so eventually we'll have to like recap this with more people next time. Yeah, definitely. Next time, let's like have like... I really want like 10 people to come in here. I don't care. I'll stuff this.
10 might be pretty chaotic, but a
Let's
roundtable discussion
go!
might be interesting.
We're gonna be a chaotic stream. It's gonna be a round table this time.
Yeah, I do like this format. Like this podcast that you've got going on it's really like it's a different kind of atmosphere from your usual stream, like gaming content streams. But I think you made many insightful comments, and you also were able to express yourself very, very effectively in the first
Council of
Council of
Indies.
Indies.
I'm taking that. My 2 brain cells is writing this down. Let's write it down. Yeah, I just wrote it down.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not really the person to ask about explosive growth, because it's not like I've like exploded or anything like that. It's more like it's been like a slow and steady thing for me. But at the same time, especially recently, I've been exploring more content creation on YouTube, just because the analytics behind every video are so in depth that it's fascinating from just like an intellectual perspective. So it's like, oh, if I do these things, I can make this video more popular. If I change the title this way or use this hashtag, it can really just take off. Yeah, exactly, Moku. Even though you were late, it was nice listening. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. I hope that it was good to listen. I am not. Han is just really just terrible at being positive. Yeah.
It's all the matter. Like positivity, like too much positivity can also be a negative thing, if you ask me. Because if you're positive when you shouldn't be positive, then that's just delusional in a sense. But at the same time, having a not necessarily an optimistic outlook, but certainly having an open and flexible mindset when approaching any of these challenges is one of the keys to being an indie VTuber, because the situation is always changing and you're going to encounter many challenges along the way.
That's pretty much true, yeah. That's one thing I didn't say earlier also. I didn't say that, but I was planning to say it. Well, now that you said it. Well, a part of it was like, because half of like the first stream, I'm gonna probably put this in chapters later, but this first stream, it's just like, based on my experiences, I had to adapt to whatever was going on. Like, I did this at first, and then now I'm kind of improved and sort of just, yeah. So, yeah.
Recognizing and understanding what has improved and what you would like to improve in the future is also essential, if you ask me. In life in general, really.
Not just VTubing, yeah, technically life.
So, yeah. Like, hey, I improved this and now I can do this, but I want to be able to do this. What do I have to do to be able to do this?
But applying that to VTubing, it's just like, okay, we have like, so I've, like, from my point of view, because I have 0 talent, from my point of view, I have 0 talent. So what did I do? I tried to learn these sets of skills, and these sets of skills led me to here.
Yeah. I think you've come a long way in that regard. So, like, 2018, 2020, and then now 2022, like, I think you have improved as a VTuber, as an individual.
Well, as a VTuber, not so much. As an individual, maybe it's more, I'm more open to do other things. Obviously. Natsu hesitated for that quick second.
When are we getting Hane's OnlyFans? Huh?
Well, we could do it now, right?
This has become a sign up for OnlyFans stream.
My OnlyFans is go to ko-fi.com/natsuhaneko. That's my OnlyFans.
Oh dear.
Just kidding. That's kidding. Yeah, but the Maneki Box though. Back then this was supposed to be. I made this like release video on like Twitter back then. It was Natsu Talk. But Natsu Talk never happened.
Yeah, about that. I was looking forward to that.
Actually, I didn't know what to do with Natsu Talk. I did it on a whim because Hollow Talk came out, right?
Oh, Nat, you didn't realize this is basically Natsu Talk now.
Yeah,
Except
yeah.
it's Maneki Box.
I
The
was
first
like,
sponsor of this stream. Sponsored by Hollow Talk. Oh dear.
oh boy. But no, Hollow Talk came out, right? And then I was like, I wanted to do a VTuber podcast, right? And I was just like, Natsu, Natsu Talk, like, because I was like, back then, I was like having weird logos and obsessions. And I'm here like, okay, we got Natsu Samar, we got Natsukoe, and all that stuff, right? And I'm here like, Natsu, what should our podcast be, right? Natsu Talk? Hollow Talk, because I thought that
Natsu Talk was born.
And then I didn't know what to do with Natsu Talk because I was so hell-bent on keeping the festival, right? But obviously the festival is not being festival right now. For now.
The festival's on hold, but don't worry, the festival will be back.
Eventually the festival will return. Right now it's on hold. But I think like that's when I started to think I'm so hell-bent on having the Eternal Festival. But I already have the Eternal Festival. It's a Discord server, but it's on hold. It's not a festival in there right now. It's starting to look like a planning. It looks like a command center for planning stuff at this point. Or a hangout place. It's like a lounge at this point, like a lounge
That's
command
a
center
place.
place.
You've created a nice place where you can just like do your. I'm surprised you didn't call it a litter box because that's apparently the meta. For,
I'm writing this down. Hold up.
Oh no! What have I done? What have I done?
I
It's
only
a
have
meme on
2
Twitter.
brain cells.
The litter box. Every Neko has a litter box as their Discord.
Well, I'm a Maneki Neko. We live in shrines. We don't. The entire shrine is the litter.
Oh my, yes, Moku, the litter box. So yeah, so I think unlike Hane, Nico stays on top of trends a lot because I use that to kind of not necessarily guide what I do, but certainly to keep a pulse on the VTuber world as a whole, because I think it helps me to better connect with not only other VTubers, but also audience, like viewers, because they also are aware of these trends. And sometimes they want to see some of that, or they're curious about my opinion on like what is happening in the VTuber world. Biggest example probably is Salome recently, because everyone knows about her, but there are other smaller examples within the indie sphere or the English sphere.
I know. I remember this topic. Yeah. Wait. Did you just read? Yeah. Wait. There was an awkward pause.
That's okay. That's okay. But anyways, yeah. Let's just say like I keep on top of those trends because it is not only useful for for having something to talk about basically, but also because it's something that can guide or shape your direction, or even just give another perspective on what to avoid or what to do or avoid.
Yeah, that's true, Nico. I kind of live under a rock, so the whole trend stuff, I kind of rely on Nico. I'm just like,
I mean,
I'm like, what's the news, Nico? I live under a rock.
oftentimes it's just like, wait, you haven't heard about that? Wait, what?
I actually don't. My Twitter feed is like vastly different. It's like you can filter out the Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Even though I filtered it out, I still get clout, and I'm like, I don't. And I'm just like, what is this? Mute.
Oh no.
I mute it, and then it still appears, and I'm just like, wow. So
yeah,
the trend's not so much.
It's just useful. Like I find I do derive inspiration from VTuber peers as well as like corporate VTubers, and when they do something that I think is a good idea, I see if I can incorporate that into my content as well.
I watch Nico stream sometimes and then try to like incorporate into my stream, then I realized that I'm a chaotic mess. So it goes pew, kaboom.
I think my approach to streaming is relatively like a chill atmosphere. I kind of want to amp up the crazy a little bit, so we'll see what happens.
Now that I'm Hane version 2, get ready for gremlin activities.
Oh, the gremlin unleashed.
Well, I'm starting to like get out of my comfort zone because back in 2018, I wasn't doing female VTuber model. I was literally a precursor to Hane. So I was like female VTuber, but like using male model because lol.
そうかそうか。But Hane is Hane でしょ?
Hane is a different character, but it stems from like my previous VTuber activities of 2018. I was just pure gremlin.
なるほど、なるほど。まあまあ。Gremlin is certainly popular. You should get one of those like gremlin things, like the gremlin arts, or make your own or something of a gremlin version. Like, have you seen those floating around?
I actually have, but you know, I only seen like
Hane?
I've seen like 1 or 2 things, and I'm just like, ooh, neat.
You can make that as your like collab PNG or something.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, that's gonna be Hane though. Natsuha is still Natsuha. Actually, Natsuha is. I don't even know how I got the idea for Natsuha.
まあね、まあね。
But we did talk
Maneki
about.
Box is heading in a good direction, though. I think it's I watched the first
Oh
one
no.
as well at the VOD. It was still interesting, though. So, like the idea of a podcast as a format is
right now
refreshing.
right now with Maneki Box in its infancy, it's kind of a bit of a interesting but bumpy start. But
so ne.
But
Well,
as with most
I think
things,
if you
we'll
can get
just
some guests for the upcoming ones as well, then it's just the sky's the limit, really.
actually that was like the initial plan of Maneki Box, because the word Maneki, right, is like I forgot the direct translation of it from Japanese to English, but you know how like Maneki is like beckoning, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, or
yes,
like
the beckoning, the luck.
invitation, right? So
Yeah.
so like that's the main concept of Maneki Box. That's something I wanted to do with Natsu Talk, but never really clicked until I was like, Maneki Neko. I'm a Maneki Neko.
It takes some iterations.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully next Maneki Box we get a council of indie VTubers. Don't worry, if they don't accept, Hane will just get a rope and then like drag them here.
Yeah, so I think like also because things are always changing, there will definitely be new perspectives when you revisit Maneki Box, like what has changed in the time since the previous episode, and how are people feeling about indie VTubing and so on.
I think with that one I'll just after my hiatus, but not the next Maneki Box, maybe like many Maneki Boxes, then a revisit of this Maneki Box. Because there's still a lot more topics I want to talk about. So
yeah. I was just like a surprise
this.
guest, but you were doing great with in the first half as well. So
first half not so much though. First half I was just like using my entire experience. But then again,
no, it was. I thought it was good. I was just lurking while taking care of some stuff, but it was like, this is legit. Like I could be driving down the I-5 and just pop on the radio and it's like, oh hey, it's Hane.
But totally, next time with next Maneki Box, it's probably gonna be some random topic that comes to my mind. This is actually just like refreshing for me because I try to talk about these types of topics when I'm gaming, and it's really just not the best place to actually talk about any of this because I'm here like everyone's trying to enjoy the game and I'm here like, guys, so like, did you guys hear about?
I think there are ways to make that work, but it's also nice to have a focused, essentially,
Yeah.
you know, just chatting platform, just chatting stream, essentially.
So, but thank you for coming to.
Ah,
My
yes,
last
yes,
minute
yes. It was my
stuff.
pleasure to be here.
I actually enjoyed having more topics. I kind of felt awkward. I was just using my own perspective. So, thank you for saving me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. いつでもいいよ. Be sure to check out the twitch.tv/nikoniko. I also have Twitter somewhere. And YouTube. I have YouTube. I have a YouTube channel as well. So if you, you can check the description. Links are in the description.
No,
I assume.
no, wait, let me just comment on the chat. Wait, let me open up like.
Oh, thank you, Kartik. I'm glad that you enjoyed it.
Let me just open up Chrome.
What is my... Yeah, I have a YouTube channel, but I just post like random things there. I'm most active on Twitch and Twitter.
I'll slap your Twitch.
Yeah, slap that Twitch.
Why is my Twitch like... Oh, my Twitch is not working.
なるほど、なるほど.
Yeah, no, let's just slap your YouTube here.
There's a link to Twitch on there. Hold on, let me see if I can... Am I gonna get bonked if I put a URL? Let's see.
No, you won't. Where?
Did that work? I don't even... Oh, I guess it did work. Oh, yours got a highlight. Mine didn't. なるほど.
Oh, guys, I lost a subscriber from doing this.
やばい.
I think the first app was like red flag, unsub.
Don't mind. Honestly,
Don't
like,
mind
the
it. Just don't mind
count,
it. Just don't mind that
count is
though.
random. It's like if you want to gain subscribers, I think
Stick with
because it's also a per video basis. So if you can make some content that is like trend focused, people will just subscribe for that.
Actually, with the subscriber counts, if you're maining YouTube or actually just Twitch or whatever, don't actually like. My tip for like VTubers starting out, don't look at that. Just don't look at it. Just like it, you'll lose one and you'll feel bad, but you know once you like get the ball rolling, losing one is just like, well, that sucks. You can like tell it, like for me it's a festival, honestly. So oh, they left the festival, that sucks. Well, more people join the festival and they'll probably have a better time.
I think the other important thing is that people will definitely come and go depending on what it is that you're doing and what they are into as well. Like it's just a natural process, and sometimes people get banned and that's why they disappear. So there's that too.
Oh, it's probably like earlier. I was time outing someone.
あ、そうね、そうね。まあまあまあ。Yeah, it could be any number of things. Like that's why I would say unless it's there's a clear trend, like or if people are giving you feedback about something directly, then that's probably something to work with. But if it's just like the natural up and down, it's like
Oh yeah,
inevitable.
it's mainly just natural up and down. This is like common. Like for my channel, this is like pretty common. I think it was like during my previous hiatus when the PC broke. It was like I was looking at the numbers, and this is like when I was like super obsessed with numbers and stuff. So I was just like, oh, 412, 418, 420. Then it became 429, and then went back to 412, then 417, then 418. This is like the course, like, so that hiatus was 4 months, right? Like 3 or 4 months. So within like 3 or 4 months course, it went from 412 to 429, 418, 421. It kept jumping back and forth to all sorts of numbers, and I was just like,
really is what it is. I mean, as far as like Twitch goes, certainly some people only want to see one game, and if you stream another game, like if you're a game-focused streamer and you stream another game, they won't come for that, or they might unsub. On the other hand, if you're like a variety streamer, you might keep them more, but it's also harder to gain people.
Yeah,
there's really so many aspects of it.
There's definitely that, but when you're like maining on YouTube, when you start seeing like the pinball machine of numbers, like don't feel despair. I've learned that from just hardcore obsession with numbers. previously I was super obsessed with Unburst, so it's not great. Don't look at it. But it's gonna be like a pinball machine, go ping 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 ping. Like
So
yeah.
I'm gonna offer a slightly different perspective on this based on like my experience with YouTube. So I would say if you are experiencing that and you're open-minded about content creation, I would say look at the analytics for each video and see what the viewer retention rate is. See how impressions and click-through rate are going. Basically, look at that data because YouTube gives it to you on a silver platter. They tell you, like, do people like this video? Are people enjoying the video? Are they sharing it? How are they finding the video? It's all there. So if you find like, okay, I made this video and the retention was so low, like people just didn't stick on it, then you may want to reconsider, what it is you're making. On the other hand, if this video did really well and like it has like over 100% retention rate, people are watching it again and again, then you could build on that and keep making that sort of thing. And that's how trends can kind of nudge you, like the algorithm nudges you in that direction, but the algorithm does that because they want to maximize YouTube viewers' watch hours on the platform as a whole.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you can...
There's like a lot of factors, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm definitely up for like looking at people's analytics. Like, I'm no expert, but certainly I could provide some basic level like advice about that sort of thing. If
Nico is like the savior of all this.
well, it's because I truly want to help like indie, like all indie VTubers on both YouTube and Twitch, because I see a lot of people, they're like pushing for affiliate, right?
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Twitch.
I saw that.
But they don't have, like they have one viewer and they're streaming for like 13 hours, and I'm just like, that's not how you do it, man. That's not how you do it.
I think it's because I also want to help smaller VTubers and from both sides as well, because I don't want to, I don't want to do like the whole platform versus platform, because we're all VTubers in a sense. But with the Twitch thing, I think it goes back to like when you go online and you go to like, let's say like Reddit. I use Reddit actively, so when you go on r/Twitch and they ask you, and you ask, how can I do better on Twitch? And like, it's always like the grind mentality. So I did that before, and it's not great. It's not fun. You're streaming for like more than 13 hours. I was streaming like 24 hours every day. Grind mentality, and I was like zero viewers, and you don't actually progress from that.
I think it's really something that like you should always have at least one viewer. And honestly, to get affiliate, I mean, if you're not aiming for that, or if you just want to do your own thing, that's fine. Then I'm always a proponent of you do you. Like if you prefer just to do things your way, then that's totally fine. But if your goal is to achieve X and you're stuck, then I will gladly offer like my perspective on things. Like if you're trying to get those average viewers up, then literally ask 2 people to watch your stream when you go live, and only stream when they're there. You'll get 3 average viewers. You and 2 friends.
Actually, that's true. So you shouldn't have 0, but I wasn't smart back then. I didn't know that I could just plop open my phone and just have 1 viewer. I didn't know anything about that, so
it's a pretty common practice. Or maybe it's not you, maybe it's like your brother or your sister or your mother or something, like some family member in the same IP, whatever. Like I think it's pretty common, like to watch your own streams after too, but it's
an ongoing topic.
Yeah, so it's something that is a it is a very, very deep topic that many people are trying to unlock the meaning of it.
I try not to like say this topic, because I try to avoid topics like this, but sometimes I really want to just talk about it. But
I think it's on a lot of people's minds as well. And as you mentioned, like so platform is a strategic choice. Like you choose your platform and then you try to master it, but you can be successful on any platform by learning the ways to be successful on that platform. So and I encourage you all to if you're a VTuber watching this, then go whether you're on Twitch or YouTube, look into the data that is available and also the existing resources, like how to be successful on these platforms. I think you'll find that there might be some things you could improve about your stream to get to where you want to be.
Yep.
Hi.
Thank you for the sound advice, Nico.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Actually, thank you for being our last guest here. Last minute guest. Sorry, my English is like going like south already. Ran out of English. Yeah, but but thank you for being here. Hopefully we can continue this topic later on. I think this is like a super long Maneki Box.
No. You can probably like cut out like the parts that are most relevant into some sort of like clip video or shorts or something.
Yeah, I probably might just put into a chapter like
sure, yeah.
Like chapter 1 is stuff, and then whatever we discussed, that's probably gonna be chapter 2.
Two chapters. Okay. I see.
just gonna put into like 2 timestamps, just like done.
Because I think for this format, without getting too deep into it, but basically, for this format, like having chapters about topics is useful for the algorithm as well, because algorithm doesn't know what you're talking about, but if you contextualize it with YouTube's chapter system, which has keywords that indicate to the algorithm, hey, this might be relevant to people. It'll start recommending it not just on YouTube, but also on Google search as well. Like, sometimes when you search on Google, it'll say, hey, is this part of the video interesting for you?
Actually, it does that on YouTube also. Actually, when you have chapters on your videos, like not a super short video, obviously, but like if you have a pretty lengthy video, you put a chapter and you put a keyword, let's say I'm looking for headphones. You just put headphones and then like this video, like DankPod shows up.
Yeah. And again, it's a feedback loop, right? Like if more people click on that chapter, then YouTube will start recommending it more, especially if they're watching that content, and it's all there in the analytics. So check those analytics out. I don't make that much content on YouTube, but I find it very fascinating.
I've actually started to utilize not the chapters one, but like the shorts and all that other stuff. That's like, well, Nico like talked to me about it, and I was like, oh well, I've never tried it. Then I'm on YouTube and I never tried these things, so because I was like so not so confident back then, but since I tried it, it actually did change some things for me.
Good. Yeah.
Like the shorts,
you got some nice views out of it. Yeah.
Like if you're uploading a video and you just can't get like 1 view, just upload it as a short for like 60 seconds. And like the phone video formatting is pretty crappy, but I mean, it's not that bad. But once you get used to it, but once Algo picks it up, that's like I don't want to say it's an easy 100 plus views, but it's an easy 100 plus views. I mean, not.
I should make a short about how to make shorts, but I think that's already been done. But
basically,
so shorts, if you can get on the shorts shelf, which is that thing that YouTube recommends to people who are watching shorts, then you can easily get, like, it's literally, if you get on the shorts shelf, which is this zone of like you just posted the video and people like it and watch the whole thing and they like it, they'll show it to more and it just exponentially increases. So like I've had videos that got a substantial amount of views in like 1 day, and then it just dropped off completely. But for that 1 day, it just like exploded. That's the short shelf.
Not all videos on shorts will get like a substantial amount of views. Like my recent one I uploaded, it was only like 50 something, but like if you use a decent amount of hashtags, that goes with like the trends and stuff. If you use the hashtags and just like there's like some people that like spam shorts, hashtag shorts.
So here's
and
the thing
stuff,
about the hashtags, right?
Yeah.
The hashtags have to be relevant, because if they're irrelevant, people who are exposed to the shorts content and it's not relevant to them, they won't like it. and they'll yeet themselves out. Like I get COD Warzone shorts, which I absolutely do have no interest in. No offense, but it's not like I have no. I don't play the game, right? So I get those shorts. I just kind of flick through them. It's like it's not Apex. So be careful.
Actually,
tags.
There's like a loophole to that. I'm not, since I like do BeamNG and like Kerbal videos, right? So I like watching shorts about that.
Yeah.
I'm not even into driving fails, but if you put hashtag driving fails, I see so much videos that abuse that like hashtag driving fails, but it's a guy walking or like some other topic, and I'm like, but it's got like millions of views, and I'm here like, but that's not driving.
It is
Not a lot of people like it. Not a lot of people like it, but you can. The views kind of just balance it out. So.
Yeah, that just connects to making content that is universally like relatable, right?
Yeah. Even if it's
COD Warzone clips are only really relatable to people who play the game and maybe like shooter fans, but driving fails, everyone can relate to driving.
But it's not driving fails though. Like they use the hashtag driving fails,
but
they
just use it.
They just use it.
Okay.
But it's not the video is not literally a driving. It's literally sometimes it's like a cat video where a guy like swimming, and I'm like, how is this driving?
I guess it's just people like slamming the hashtags. That might not be the reason it's successful. But
I'm not saying to do that. Always make content that's related to whatever you're doing, but I mean, if you need a quick fix, I've never done it before, but
if it's too irrelevant, the algorithm will bonk you for it by like ranking your video. But if it works, it works.
But there's some videos that do that. I've never done it, so I just watch the short speeds because it's like it's really addicting after you get like one short, and you're just like, when you start seeing what's going on, what's trending. So I live under a rock, so that's the only way I see what's trending.
That's all, man. By the hashtag algorithms. Hello, Yuto.
Hola. Hola, Yuto. Oh, tags. Oh, Moku has a comment. Tags can be really helpful. Yes, they are.
Oh yeah. I saw your tweet on the bird side.
Oh, is that what you call Twitter? The bird side?
The bird side? Oh, that's just like a trendy way to say Twitter.
Oh,
the bird side.
I'm so in a boomer. Yeah. I still call it Twitter.
You still call it Twitter? No, it's the bird side. No cap. Sheesh.
I don't know. Is that how Zoomers talk? Wait. What does no cap mean too?
Oh, so no cap means like what does it mean? Like no lie, no cap.
Oh, it's no lie. Oh, I know that word. Yeah, I'm old. I'm old.
Yes, no lie, no cap. That's what you say now. Come on, Sencho. Is hane? Get with the times, honey.
Hane is not Sencho. Wait, what is hane? I never had a word for hane. If not so Sencho, hane is...
Hope you both have a good day.
Oh, thank you also.
Thank you. Hane, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm having a great day. Absolutely fantastic.
It was a good day. It was off to a rocky start, then ends with a good day.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. We're actually just winding down, Yuta, but thank you for dropping by. Hope you're having a great day as well.
Hane isn't exist. Hane is here. Hane is alive. Now I have
Hane doesn't exist. Only.
I could be a dancho. What is a dancho? Wait, no, I'm a general. What's a general in Japanese?
A general? What is it? I forget.
I think it's like daisho, something like that. I don't remember.
Taisho?
Daisho?
Wait, that's general. General.
I'm a 2-star general in Konba land, so Futatsu something. Daisho.
Like Shogun is or type.
Am I Shogun?
Shogun is a little different though. Taisho?
Taisho. I'm a Taisho. Yeah.
そうね、そうね。
Wait, I'm trying to think of a hane show. Wait, no, that's probably a bad word at this point.
Do choose carefully. Choose your words carefully.
That's what happens at Konba. I was like mixing and matching some words in Konba recently, and I was just like going on deep L, and I was like, what does it mean? What does it mean? Please don't be bad.
Yeah,
Except
I'm
control.
having a good day. I just fixed my gamepad, and instead of fixing it, I make it worse. LOL. Hashtag relatable.
Oh.
What's your gamepad? Is it a PlayStation gamepad?
Is it Xbox?
Is it the D-pad?
Is it Xbox one? I can help you.
I used to play fighting games, so I've opened up my fair share of gamepads to try and save them from the trash bin after abusing them relentlessly.
Oh, I feel you. That's the life of every Xbox controller I've ever had.
Yeah, my Xbox controller has stick drift, so I ended up getting a PS4 one, even though I don't have a PS4. And now they're on PS5.
Is the PS4 ones more reliable?
I think so.
Cause mine has stick drift and the motors broke. The
Ooh.
FFB force feedback ones. So like when I play every racing game now, I don't have force feedback. I just like rely on whatever I'm looking at. I don't
like
even
us
know
mouse
what's
and
going
keyboard
on.
gamers, you know, my mouse doesn't have force feedback. Just saying.
So they're just like when I'm like actually I was looking into like steering wheels, like the cheapo steering wheels, right? And they're like, I was like, how's the review? And they're like, there's no force feedback. And I'm like, ooh, good. I don't know what force feedback is.
It's nice to have.
Xbox controller.
Oh, it's Xbox controller. Might buy a PS4 controller. Yeah, PS4 one has treated me well. It's held up. ASMR.
It's held up very well.
Yeah, I've had it for a number of years. It's felt like a tank. Well, not like a tank, but it's okay. You know what the thing I don't like about PS4 controllers? The USB port, the micro USB port is really jank.
Oh no, we have that too in Xbox. The micro.
Oh, you get no. So the Xbox controller I have has like a dedicated cord, so it doesn't have that issue. But the PS4 controller, you have to plug a micro USB cable into it, and that can get a little loose. Over time.
That's what well, the Xbox controller I have now has the dedicated cord, but my first Xbox controller was the Xbox One controller, and that one had a stupid little USB thing. Oh yeah, and when that thing broke, like one time you just like moved the little connector jack and it broke the USB. You're just like,
Yep.
No.
So like I have a wireless mouse and it has a pretty unique design for the micro USB. It's got like additional anchors and that really keeps it in. But unfortunately this PS4 just a straight up, because they want you to use it wirelessly, right? They don't expect you to use it plugged in, but I like to keep it plugged in.
I have like a Bluetooth thingy. Like this those really cheap $1 Bluetooth chips.
Oh yeah, that might actually be
Actually, don't get
a
those.
good idea.
I don't get the $1 ones. They suck. Anyway, I plugged my $1 one here for my Xbox. It wouldn't even connect to my Xbox. I was like, what?
Sad.
Big sad. But Yuto, for Xbox controller, if it's stick drifting, I suggest you open it up, and there's like this little plastic bit right in the joystick. Yeah, take that little plastic bit out. There's like a little white plastic. Wait. Yeah, there's a little white plastic bit. Just take the little tiny plastic bit, and then it should stop stick drifting.
Hey, yeah, the PS5 controller, I haven't... If you can find one, that might be a better choice at this point. I don't actually know how well that works, but...
I've learned now. Yes, PlayStation controllers are better.
PS5 controller... Or maybe like a third-party PS4 controller with a better design.
You can get
Oh,
like...
but the PS5, how does it even charge?
Yeah.
Let's see. It looks like it has the same... Oh, is it USB-C?
USB-C
Oh, it is.
For real?
I think the PS5 controller is USB-C. That should be better. USB-C is pretty reliable.
USB-C is like... It's a gem compared to micro USB.
Yes, micro USB, I hate it.
Because like the problem with micro USB, the moment the teeth break, You can't
Yeah.
plug it in. It's worthless.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
e-waste. So
Yeah, it looks like the PS5 is a wireless, USB-C. Yeah. Those are pretty reliable. I've never had problems with USB-C.
USB-C is very useful. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So after this, you're gonna stream on
Twitch.
Twitch. そっかそっか。
What am I gonna stream? I have no idea.
なるほどね。なるほど
I'm
ね。
I actually don't know. Like, should I play City Skylines or just Drive? Because I haven't played the new update with BeamNG Drive, and I really want to go off-roading. Like I haven't seen like the updated maps on BeamNG, like and all that. So I want to like get my my pigeon or my widgeon and start off-roading and stuff. But
So
yeah.
I'm just looking at City Skylines category. It's pretty chill right now. There's a bunch of people on there. But
Yeah.
BeamNG...
There's nobody on there.
Is there nobody on there?
Is it true?
Actually, there's a few people. There's one person with 26 viewers, and the rest is like 1 to 3.
Yeah. I mean, it's like with Twitch, it's just like a practice run. I'm just trying to. I guess I'm just trying to get to like 60 over there, just for fun.
So I would say the thing about City Skylines recently that happened is there's a humble bundle for City Skylines. You could get the whole thing for $20.
Damn.
Like all the DLC up to Sunset Harbor.
Damn, I don't have.
So that has really piqued the interest in City Skylines recently, I think, in terms of trends. So City Skylines is on the uptrend right now.
That's Han is looking to the left and poor.
That's all, man. That's all, man. But you have most of the stuff, right?
I have the Sunset Harbor, the snow thingy, the airport thingy, the parks
you have
thingy.
airport.
I hate
That's
I hate
that's
the
actually quite a
airport
few.
thingy. Actually, it's so useless.
that's all, man. A lot of the stuff you can get away with mods, anyways. But yeah, so City Skylines. If you, I would suggest City Skylines might be, but you should play what you want to play. But
I
it
want
might
to
be a
just
good
play
chance
like.
to play cities.
I was gonna play cities, but then I was like, what can I do with cities? Because I only
is a good
play
question.
like. I've literally maxed out my entire city that we've been building. I should probably make a new map and all that. But I was like thinking of playing BeamNG, and I know BeamNG is just mainly the ones that are watching are just Car Crash or like multiplayer. But I purely just want to off-road. That's it. I just want to like take my 40. I just want to take my 40 horsepower shitbox and literally try to climb a hill. Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
think whichever one you choose, you could even like Twitch is the kind of place where you could even stream both if you wanted to. Like you could just do one and then the other.
Yeah, it's like you got more choices too with Twitch. But with the Twitch stream, I'm actually not aiming for like anyone watching. It's just like, oh yeah, guys, come to my Twitch channel if you want to. But you know, it's just gonna be me happily driving a 3-wheeled truck, trying to climb a hill.
なるほど.
Yeah.
It looks like the I'm just looking at BeamNG right now, and it's got a bunch of people.
It's a car crash.
So like I look at this information, like the average viewer ratio and things like that. Like the average viewer ratio for the past 7 days for BeamNG is 5.4.
It's really.
And this is including like the spikes from huge people who played for a bit. And let's see, cities. Skylines. How do I do that? So I check these things just out of curiosity. I'll still stream what I feel like, but
Yeah, let's just stream whatever. I'm not actually so into like. Since we're looking at the meta on Twitch, I'm not really focused that much with it because I haven't used Twitch in like a long time, so the
Yeah,
the meta might not
Skylines, the
actually
ratios
matter on
is
my
like
end.
14.7. Yeah, but it is what it is.
Both at the same time. I wish I had to. Oh, I do have two computers. Let me just open up the iPad.
You're gonna try streaming both at the same time. That is like suffering. It's possible, but I think your computer will die.
The i5's gonna run BeamNG with its superior Intel HD graphics, and City
Hey.
Skylines will work on 1650.
Well, that's an interesting experiment. You could A/B test it. You could like stream one on one platform and stream the other.
And you're gonna hear like double voice going on, like whoa.
Hey, that's a pretty interesting idea.
Is
You're
here
giving me ideas. Stream one game on Twitch and one game on YouTube at the same time.
and then have the echo feature on, so it just adds maximum like audio quality.
Hey, Becco. All right, well,
right,
thank you for
yeah,
having me
thank
on
you
the
for-
show.
Coming here, yeah.
Yeah.
I might stream, I might not. So let me just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
drop my Twitch link.
Yeah, drop that. I'm gonna pop off now, but
oh yeah, but
and you can do.
thank you
your-
for coming.
what you gotta do. It was nice seeing everyone in the chat as well.
Yeah, it was a lively chat, but thank you for coming,
Yay.
and I hope
Matane.
get to see each other again. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Hola, hola, mina. Konba, Konnatsu. Okay. That was a fun way to end the stream. I hope we have more guests like Nico tonight. I'm at next Maneki Box. But anyway, I'll be ending the stream and moving on to Twitch. So if you like this Maneki Box, it was pretty long. Do consider supporting the channel at ko-fi.com/natsuhaneko. The link is in the description below. If you want to buy some overlays, there's the booth. If you want to subscribe to Natsumi is down in the description below. So all my links are in the description below, and also Nico's link is also in the description down below. But anyway, thank you for this Maneki Box episode 2. I hope we get to have another Maneki Box where it's as lively as this. But thank you for coming, Mina. Bye bye. Arigato. It's hane dayo. Bye bye. Yosh.